proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Kap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kap. But here we go, Sedano and Kap, your Thursday afternoon right now.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
March 20th edition on this Thursday, Jack. We'll walk you up all the way. Full show today till 6 p.m. Then Lakers-Bucks tonight. The Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Beto Duran and MT. Tip-off at 7:30. Hear it all on 7:10 a.m. And in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app, night 2 of the back-to-back. Luka's not playing tonight, and a lot of Lakers aren't playing, I don't think. But we'll get you ready anyway for those Milwaukee Bucks. Plus, day 1 of the madness. Are your brackets busted? And, of course, the usual fun and fair.
You better watch the A-Team, fool. You want to watch the A-Team? I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to take your TV. I'm going to give it to somebody who want to watch the A-Team. You feel me, sucker?
Let's do it. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
A Jerusalem cherry.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse.
Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm?
I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. I mean, look at him.
Sedano and Kap, your Thursday afternoon right now.
Yeah.
Beep-ba-da-bop. Do-da-da-da. Boom-ba-da-bop. Do-da-da-da. Wait, Trudell's got a version of this.
Oh, go. Yeah. Keep it there.
It goes from there, and it eventually becomes a falsetto.
Yeah.
There it is.
Nice, Michael.
Try it on my headphones on.
He's got to put his headphones on, but yeah.
What a lovely evening I had last night with Michael Trudell pregame.
You had an evening?
I think so.
Yeah?
I feel
What'd you do with Michael in the pregame?
No, Lindsay, I did not. I didn't see Michael's carrot available. You know, like George had his carrot and his asparagus just looking right at me, you know, and I wanted to grab George's carrot, and he wouldn't let me have it.
Is this a metaphor?
No, we had dinner the other night, and there was like a bed of vegetables on top of a huge glump of mashed potatoes, and I'm like, all I wanted was the chicken, so I had the chicken, and I didn't really have much of the vegetables because it was all like
lumpy.
It was like inside the mashed potato, and I didn't want to have any carbs.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm good. I'll just have the chicken.
But I saw George's carrot looking right at me, right in the eye.
Yeah.
And I was
No
like,
metaphor.
God,
Yeah.
I want to grab
It's a real
that carrot. Yeah. And then he had that asparagus, and I was like, man, I want George's asparagus. And Mike, I don't know, would you have reached across the table and stabbed his asparagus?
You know, Cappy, I think I probably would have just asked if I wanted it, but
Yeah.
I don't think George would have been too upset.
No, I would have said you could have it.
If I did that, if I didn't have, because he doesn't seem like somebody. Who
When the
really
waiter
worries about
took
that.
it, you were like staring at
I know.
as it like you were like looking at it longly.
I was like, what a waste of lovely veggies.
Yes.
You know?
So
Michael and I had a lovely evening, I thought, last night.
what happened? Oh, you're saying at the dinner table.
We were sitting before the game last night,
Yeah.
and we were dining like professional colleagues, you know.
Right.
And,
That's right. I did run into you guys there. Yes.
And then what happened is two gentlemen sat down. They were like, hey, can we sit down? We're like, sure, sit down. Enjoy yourself. We didn't know these guys. I didn't. But they were both wearing credentials. One guy, I could see his name. The other guy couldn't. And it's so rude. Like when you don't know who somebody is, but you're trying to look at their credential and you're trying to make out their name. And one of the guys, right? Am I right about that? I mean, it's so rude, you know? It's like they're looking at you like, what, you don't know who I am? And,
You're like trying to find something. You kind of like pretend like you're looking at your watch, but then
Right.
you kind of like take the one right. Your right eye is kind of like wait. What? Mark Kester. Now, I of course know Kester for a while, but
Kesty.
Yes. So George, I've never met Mark Kester before.
One of the nicest human beings in the history of human beings.
Yeah,
He
great
is
broadcaster too.
what a guy, and it's funny
The
because
voice of pretty much almost every sport on ESPN Radio.
right. And I said to him, I go, Mark. I said I got to introduce myself. I said hello, and I said, dude, I get this from people, and I'm flattered, so I'm going to give it to you, and I hope you'll be flattered, brother. I've been listening to you on the radio for like 30 years. Like, it's really been that long that Mark Kester was the voice, George, as I recall. Like, when ESPN Radio way back in the day, they'd say, all right, let's get a sports update right now. Here's Mark Kester.
Yeah, he started off as an update guy and like their studio guy.
Yes.
He used to host the NBA Finals and the
Yeah.
college football
Yeah.
championship game and all that stuff. And then, I would say probably about like 15 years ago, he transitioned to play-by-play, right?
Yeah, and because of that, I've heard him on broadcast with you and like PJ Carlissimo.
Yeah.
And so
I do the NBA Finals with him, right?
So it's kind of a funny thing, like when you meet somebody for the first time that you've been listening to on the air for 30 years,
Yeah.
and this is the first time you're ever meeting him, and he kind of looks like to me,
What?
a little younger version. But what was the gentleman's name? He used to call baseball for ESPN. I think he was the Giants play-by-play guy. Was it John Miller?
John Miller,
Yeah.
who works for the Giants, yeah.
Yeah, and that's who Kesty kind of. And by the way,
He has a John Miller-esque look, but way thinner, yes. Like
Yeah.
John Miller was a big guy, yeah.
but George,
Or is a big guy.
I didn't waste
Still is.
any time at all. Just so you know,
Yeah.
I immediately started calling Kesty.
Right. Well, no,
You know?
because you're chummy that way.
Well, it's just because, like, to me,
But
on
everybody
the air,
calls him that, so.
That's
That's
what
just like yesterday when you immediately just called legs.
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 I loved
Yeah.
calling legs.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way, on Tuesday, I'll be doing the show confirmed now from Dave Pash's house with legs there.
No
legs
way.
and Pash. So we may have like a
gonna be
multiple man.
hardcore.
Now the problem is I only have one headset on my Comrex, so I may just have to pass it.
Here's what we do. No,
Yeah.
here's what we do. A, we get a splitter, okay?
Yeah.
And then B, we send you with multiple pairs of headsets. And
Well,
if I
it only my Comrex is the single one though. It only has the one headset.
right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get you a splitter. It's
No,
going to
there's
go
no
into
splitter.
No, no, no.
I used to carry this big ass box around.
Yeah, but you
which
can get
they're
a
like
splitter
multiple
so you
entry
can
points.
plug in Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
right.
that.
Yeah. you take the one
I'm
thing.
not going out and getting a splitter. If you guys want to give me a different Comrex, I'll take that.
Well, why don't you just get a splitter? Hey, listen, when are you leaving?
Cappy, bring your Comrex in tomorrow. Oh,
No.
Bring your Comrex to.
I'm leaving Tuesday morning.
All right, Tuesday morning. No. All we have to do, Lindsay, is order a splitter on Amazon. It'll be here immediately.
But then I
and
need
George-
more headsets.
No, well, you don't think Pash, a professional broadcaster, owns a couple of pairs of cans in his house?
Not headsets that have microphones on them, though, like the ones that I'd be bringing.
Oh, so you need to bring more mics, too.
No, I'm not bringing mics, too, bro.
It sounds like you're doing a full show at Dave Pash's house.
I mean, I am doing a full show in his office, yeah.
And where is this happening?
In
At his
Phoenix,
house.
where he
Oh, in
lives.
Phoenix. I didn't know where he lived. I'm sorry, I don't have Dave Pash's address.
I mean, the guy's been doing the Cardinals for like 25 years.
It's gone right over my head. Don't know about that. Don't know about him in the car.
You're like an NFL guy.
But so what? Is he the team radio guy?
Yeah, he's been the team radio guy for nearly a quarter of a century.
You ever
Listening to
notice
Cardinals games
The
on
guy
radio?
called their only
Right.
Super Bowl.
Right. Hey, you ever notice that when we do the Cap 10 every week during football season, we never have Arizona Cardinal calls?
Well, that's because they're bad, and you never have them in your Cap 10.
The
Well, that's
team
right.
is bad. He's
Right.
not.
That's
clearly.
what I mean,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. So, George, let me just ask one quick question, and Michael, I'd love to get your opinion on this as well. If Sedano is going to Pash's house in Arizona to do the broadcast with legs, I mean the full ESPN team, do you think that I should tomorrow, rather than coming into ESPN and LA Live in advance of the Masons 60th, should I go to George's house in PV and do
Now,
the
if
show
you want to
from
bring
George's
your
house?
Comrex for multiple, you can. I mean, it's a small office, though. You've seen that office I work in. It's not like a big space.
Well, I'll lay on the bed in the background.
Okay, feel free.
Do you think you'll need to use the bathroom?
Definitely.
Oh, dude, I
but
will
we have
tear
like
that
a lot
thing
of
up.
bathrooms, as
I
you know,
will.
Michael.
No,
so
no,
like,
but
there's
I
fine.
want to know where the master bedroom is and
No,
the bathroom in
definitely
the
not
master
that
bedroom.
one.
No,
you
let
can
me,
use the bathroom right there next to the office, which is the one right outside the garage.
Yo, you got a squatty potty?
No, dude, my kid is 6, like, and they're 11. They haven't used a squatty potty in years.
No, a
Max
squatty.
Bretos is doing lawyer commercials on TV.
Wow.
Shout out to Maxie, the voice of LAFC on YouTube.
Did he become a lawyer?
Well, he's an Apple guy, actually. No, he's just. It looks like it's an endorsement.
By the way, a squatty potty, just for point of information, is not really about like a little kid needing to climb up to a bathroom. A squatty potty is something that you actually put in front of the toilet to
you
lift
put
your legs.
feet on it,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that you're
We do.
launch-
Well, we used to have one of those. There's probably still in the closet somewhere.
Launch angle is very important to Cappy.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank you. Michael Trudell, I'll tell you something, man. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. I don't give a rat's ass what Sedano says about you. To me, you're A-list.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're the best.
I mean, Lindsay was saying yesterday that Tracy Morgan was B-list.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah.
I think he is. In the world, in the context of the world,
I don't
he
know,
is. In the context of just the Lakers game, he may not be B-list, but in the world he is.
Well,
I
it was
think.
at the Knicks game, but yes, I don't think he's a B-list celebrity.
Well, I say Michael Trudell is A-list. And in fact, you know what? I'll tell you something right now. I love Michael Trudell so much at this exact moment in time. Number one on my sideline reporter list right
wow.
now.
There
Just
it is.
moved
He's
up.
made the climb.
Just
Oh,
moved up.
man.
Although, wait a second. I'm going to relegate him down to number 2 because, Mike, you sent me information today about how to get the Spectrum app. Turns out I plugged in my zip code. Can't have it. Restricted. Won't give it to me.
Really?
Yep, will not give it to me.
Oh, I'm going to have to send a text about that.
You know
Cappy.
why? Because I have Cox, or at least I used to have Cox. George, you don't have Cox, right?
No.
What do you have?
Frontier's my
Right,
internet
Frontier.
service.
But now
provider.
I got to call Cox again. I got to beg these people. I got to say, hey, I'm sorry. I returned all the cable boxes, Cox, and now I need new cable because that's the only way I'm getting back to getting Spectrum, or at least the only way I can figure it out. If I could convince Rachel to change her password, maybe then I could get back on her Spectrum app.
You know, Cappy, what I am really impressed by,
Tell me.
well, this first several minutes of the show, you know, instead of focusing on the things that maybe fans are thinking about or listeners are
what?
wanting to,
Like
well,
what?
anything,
Like
You
anything?
just
Yeah.
anything,
Anything
It's just-
sports
you've just been
related? Yeah.
focusing on yourself, and you've been able. You're such a good guy that I'm totally been interested and invested the whole time. Even though you've said nothing of interest,
Nothing.
about anything.
Well,
you know,
well-
it's still been kind of fun.
Well, I'll
And,
tell you
know,
something. Listen,
very impressive.
I'm looking for my brackets to stay perfect. You know, I had McNeese State today over Clemson. That was a big play.
Oh yeah, I did too. Just because I don't like Dabo Swinney, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to take McNeese.
Oh, so you had
Scientific.
you were anti-football Clemson, so you went against basketball
That's
Clemson.
right. Yep, and it paid off.
Okay. I
And
also had
Clemson
Creighton.
basketball had a really good year. That was
they
a big
did.
upset.
I had Creighton today, a 9 over an 8. Louisville. That was
Shout,
good.
Cappy. There you
you
go.
know, I was hoping for High Point to beat Purdue. That didn't happen.
No, there's no chance.
No. So, and by the way, George,
Yeah.
I've got Auburn, Florida, and Duke. And if any one of the 3 of those teams win the national championship, I'm going to be very happy. You want to know why? Take a guess as to why I would be happy. Florida, Duke, and Auburn.
Why?
Because all 3 head coaches are Hebrew brothers.
Oh, the basketball coaches.
respect
Right.
that, yeah.
How about that?
Bruce
Representation matters.
Yeah, John Shire.
Right. Who's the third guy?
Who was the other team? Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Oh, Florida's. He's the one that
that?
got into some. He had some alleged issues early in the season.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. That's my man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Thank you,
But
Michael.
shout out to McNeese, Will Wade, who also, speaking of getting into trouble, was let go at LSU not too long ago. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had some stuff there.
Really? What kind
Let's
of
just leave
stuff?
it at that. Yeah, this is just some stuff. Yeah, but I mean, he's a good basketball coach. There is that. Hey, all right, coming up next, let's get into last night, and if there's anything we can glean off from last night, because there's certainly not much we can take from today moving forward here for this game. But let's get into some of that stuff from yesterday. But Cappy, let's talk Prize Picks. If you want action in the state of California, yep, Prize Picks is the place. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you a $50 bonus, and it's as simple as more or less. There's a bunch of players on there, individual players, pretty much in every sport imaginable, including darts. Cappy likes Luke Littler, by the way.
By the way, Luke Littler today, his over or his more or less number was 4 for 180s thrown. He threw 6, and I had him.
There you go. So you go more.
Text me your zip code.
Yeah, text him your zip code. More or less, it's very simple. You bundle as many as you can together, or not as many, but you bundle a number of them together. The more you bundle, the larger a chance you have at winning more cash.
That's right. So today, with the NCAA basketball tournament, they had a player from Auburn, Johnny Broom, and all he had to do was score more than half a point. I think he scored at least 9 at last I looked. So that was a good win. I had Luke Littler today for more than 4 180s thrown. He threw for 6. Now, George, tonight I've got Jimmy Butler for more than 5.5 assists as Golden State takes on Toronto.
Like that.
You like that? Mm-hmm. And then what's this guy's name, the center from Toronto? Is it
Jakob Poeltl?
Yes, thank you, because it doesn't spell like that.
Yeah.
I took 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists, so I've got a 5-pick flex play, $20 to win $200. Good luck to everybody playing Prize Picks. Download the app, use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus.
Yeah, by the way. Janai Broom, by the way.
What's his name?
Janai.
Kevin, just read
Johnny?
Read Poeltl like how it looks to
Janai.
you.
Yeah, it's Janai.
Say Poeltl how it looks to you.
All
right,
Bruce P.R.
No, Poeltl.
Prize Picks, run your game.
Oh, that.
Poet.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Visit San Antonio Winery to experience wine country in the heart of LA. We'll show you and your loved ones a good time. Share a meal inside our dining room or out on the beautiful patio as live music plays in the background. Sip and shop a range of delicious, award-winning wines and take a complimentary tour of our historic winery. San Antonio Winery, over 100 years of tradition, just 2 miles from Dodger Stadium. We hope to see you soon.
Is it time to sell your home? Maybe you want to downsize. Maybe you want to move. Or maybe you inherited a home that you just don't want to hang on to. Whatever your reasons to sell, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for decades. Their seller reviews speak for themselves. They're just people who buy from people, and they'll provide you a custom solution that works for your needs. They offer and will buy with cash, and they close in days. The great part is you don't have to worry about spending any money on repairs, preparing your home to be shown, or having people come in and out. And there are no agents. Just a great offer and an easy experience that will give you the peace of mind so that you can walk away happy. So if it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a free, no-obligation offer today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
It's the LA Afternoon Takeover on 710 ESPN.
Man, I hate when my brain is right and my heart is wrong.
It was so close to having your brain wrong and your heart right,
No,
too.
it would have been so much fun if that were the case.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
From the start, I'm only gonna break your heart. I'm only
All right, so Gregory Arthur Bergman is in the studio right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so loud. It's because Michael.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He turns it all the way up. He doesn't put it on. So Trudell's here. Gregory Arthur Bergman is here. Lindsay and
Trudell.
DeAndre here
What's
after
happening?
double dipping today on Mason Ireland. We can get an update on that. Cappy. So we were going to talk Lakers here, which we will sort of still. We'll actually talk about the game yesterday in a moment. But, Lindsay, you had alerted me to something, which is why Greg is in here.
Yeah, I had some business I was talking with Greg about because yesterday when I was talking to you, Cappy, you said you asked me to be if you could be added to like the Lakers communications PR emails that are sent out with like press releases and stuff like that, right?
Right, that's right. I feel like every day I'd like to receive from the Lakers what I assume they put out. And remember, Reacher always says assumptions kill in an investigation. So maybe it's not so smart to assume. But
you and Reacher, my God.
Well, I got to see the new episode.
There's a big resemblance between the two of them. You know?
Right,
so
same guy.
Thank
basically.
you, Michael.
Yeah.
But my assumption was that the Lakers probably put out a press release before every game, maybe even daily, and I'm not on the list, and I'd like to be able to keep up with it.
Yeah,
Do I have that right?
Yes, that's correct. So
That's what I heard.
I let Greg know, and he said he could add me to the list, but not you.
He shut you down,
Why
Cappy.
is that,
Correct.
Bergie?
Correct.
Because he said you're not in the
Lindsay-
league.
Well, yeah, you're not in the league.
Yeah.
Like Sedano's on that because he's in the league. And
Right.
Trudell
Their Twitter is locked. I can see those too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did
So-
tell him about
I get that too.
Right.
Like the Lakers
Lindsay
MR.
did tell me about that,
Only
yeah.
few people can see that.
Yeah, you're definitely. I think he could get on the email distribution list. I don't think that's as big a deal, Michael. I'd love to get your thoughts on this too. He's definitely not getting on the Twitter. They're not letting him on that.
Absolutely not.
Which one is the Twitter, though?
They have
told
their
you
own
it's a-
Twitter, but it's locked,
Yeah,
so
it's like at Lakers
only a very
PR
small amount of
something.
people can see it.
Why can't I see that?
You're not. You got to be in the league for that one. For
Oh,
sure.
really? You have to actually be on the inside of the league.
Yeah.
So,
That-
got it.
yeah, that's at Lakers_comms, but they have to approve your
Correct.
follow
So they would not
request.
approve
So,
you.
so
For you to get
Greg's
on there.
exact response was, well, I mean, you kind of have to be like, like in the league, and like he didn't
Yeah,
mean
like
it in the same
John-
sense that we say it.
Like John is in it because he's a Lakers employee. Trudell's on it because he's a Lakers employee.
You're talking about the Twitter,
yeah,
right?
The Twitter,
Yeah.
both of them. Even
the email.
I mean,
Okay.
like Mason's not on it. Travis, DeMarco are not.
Yeah, why
on
do you
this.
need to know, Cappy?
Well, hold
Why
on, I
do-
have- wait, I have a question.
Lindsay-
By the way, like literally anytime like the Lakers put something out on one of those like distribution lists, Mike literally tweets it 10 seconds later.
10 seconds later.
So what do you care?
And 30 other Lakers people.
right,
are
that
on
too, but Mike specifically.
I don't know
At
why.
Lakers
Most
reporter.
of the time,
I
will.
don't
Yeah.
know why
Most of the
Mike
time.
Trudell's tweets don't come up on my timeline prominently.
Do you follow him?
I do.
Do you
I
always set
Both of them?
alerts?
I don't know how to set alerts, and I don't
mean,
want to set
Jesus.
alerts. And
Oh
by the
my
way,
goodness.
I am following Lakers comms. Okay,
Yeah,
but
they'd have to follow you to.
okay.
Back to,
So wait,
there's
so
71
wait.
people. 71. They're following 71.
Right,
So
and you're not
Bergie-
one of the 71.
No, apparently not.
That's not happening.
So Bergie, you mean to tell me that just simply asking to be put on the email,
The distribution list.
right? Which
Right.
I suspect you're the guy to go to because you sort of are the representative of ESPN 710,
Correct.
the
That's very
Lakers
right.
partner. I go to a lot of Laker games.
Yes.
Follow the team closely, cover, quote unquote, cover. Not maybe
Quote
the
unquote
way-
is the right way to put
That's
that.
right, quote unquote. And you mean to tell me that you won't ask them to add me?
I added Lindsay. She can just forward it to you.
Why would we not all be on it in the first place?
Because what do you need? What do you need it for? It's everywhere.
Cappy-
Ask Trudell for it.
Well, Cabby, let me ask a quick follow-up, though.
This is why I
hold
didn't-
on. I want to hear Mike's
Yeah, me
follow-up.
too. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is why I didn't want to tell you myself, Cappy. I figured
Yeah.
I would just let Greg handle it.
All right,
Don't
go
kill the
ahead.
messenger.
All right.
Well, no, look,
It's on me.
Cappy came to the game yesterday. It was great to see him. We had
Nice
part of
dinner.
the meal together.
Did not eye your vegetables like he did mine.
Well, once Kester got there, he was a little less interested.
I was a little more. I was a little starstruck at that point. Yeah.
But Cappy, what level of expertise would you say that you have right now in the Lakers?
I would say that I'm if the sliding scale is A, would be you, Michael. I mean, the way you analyze the schedule, the way you break down
schedule.
every game. I mean,
That's not the team. Not the team.
Your schedule analysis is second to none. Okay,
Wow, great.
But
Every year.
compared
that's
to
a
you,
great compliment. I've never received one as high.
if you're an A+ because you're as close to the team as you are,
And
that
know
you
the
get the
schedule so
first
well.
question, and your knowledge of the schedule is second to none. I would give myself a C-. I'm a C-. Right.
Okay, so I would say if you want me to advocate for you,
Yeah.
to the Lakers in terms
Right.
of getting you on this list and everything,
Yeah.
I would like you to get up to like a B.
A B. But I don't.
I think
feel-
that's fair.
I
I
don't
think that's
feel-
fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that you're a club that we are in business with and partners with, and we talk about all day, every day, and getting their public relations information and game releases are a very natural thing for someone like me to receive.
What are you going to do with it?
Wait, let me just understand one thing, Bergie. You mean to tell me that the reason that you're not adding me is because you think I don't need it?
No, I don't think you need it. I don't think there's
So wait,
anything in
so
these emails that
how
you're
do you
like,
know?
oh, all of a sudden this show's going to be great because I got this press release.
Well, but shouldn't I be able to make that decision?
Well, the bid is just so much better if we don't get you access. Though,
right, I know.
It's just making me more and more not to put you on the list.
How do you think I feel? I got to forward every email.
DeAndre, do you want to be on the list? I think I can get you on.
Oh, I'd love to. Please.
I mean,
post on Lakers
like,
Talk Daily.
DeAndre,
you guys are like, have Trudell do it.
DeAndre, I'll send an email on your behalf.
Oh,
I mean, this is unbelievable. You think I have to bother Mike Trudell? Hey, Mike, every day, can you forward an email to me?
You don't have to. You can just follow.
he said I have
Just
to
set
do it.
alerts to Lakers Reporter on Twitter.
Right.
I don't think I like alerts.
Why?
I don't have anybody alerting.
I mean, I've got Shams. I've got McMiniman. I've got
Did
Trudell.
you unalert Woj when he changed careers?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's no longer just
course.
breaking news anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got
He's
Shefty.
no longer in the league.
Yeah, I got Shefty, you know?
Sure.
Let's see how I do this.
Cap, I bet you they.
Cappy, if you go to their profile, there's like a little bell.
Cappy,
I got it.
I did do something different for you, though.
Okay.
I checked with somebody at Spectrum.
Okay.
And they are working on getting this issue fixed within 24 hours.
Oh,
wow.
Michael.
Look
Michael.
at that.
So
Trudell is making crap happen for you.
Look at that.
Let's
He
check
is.
back. I don't
He
want
is.
to say that it works for sure, but somebody is working on it. It's a very, very smart person. So let's check back tomorrow.
Okay.
around this
Circle
time and
back,
see- Yeah,
Cappy.
Bergie, I just want to tell you one thing right now.
Yeah.
If I had access to the daily Laker public relations email,
Okay.
the amount of data
Well, there
that
isn't
I
a
would be
daily
able to
email.
provide.
It's not daily.
So,
yeah.
okay, look. What do you
This
tell
isn't
me?
a
I'm going to give you an
newsletter.
example. I'm gonna give you an example.
I got a question for you. I want to, if you can do something with this.
Yeah.
If you can make this a great conversation. This is from October 18th, 2024. So just last year, this season. It's fine. Los Angeles Lakers signed Grayson Murphy.
Okay.
What are you going to do with that?
Oh, well, first and foremost, I mean, I'll first analyze Grayson Murphy's game.
Sure. So
Okay.
tell us
I
about
mean,
Grayson Murphy's
well, first of all,
Cappy,
he's very
a lot
long.
He's a lot like T.J. McConnell.
Yeah, he's very long, like T.J. McConnell. Very, very long.
No, not long. Not long.
very
TJ
long.
McConnell's small.
Very long,
Yeah.
though. No, he's long.
He's 6'3".
He's 6'3", but he's got a wingspan of 6'9", because
Yeah.
he's very long.
What
His
college
fingers-
did he go to? I'll give you this. It's a small mid-major that generally does fairly well, like getting to the tournament regularly.
Okay, he went to, this is top of the head, Creighton, right? Of course, naturally.
No,
Not Creighton, okay. Okay. And then the thing I
He is
talk
white.
about, he's white, okay.
Yep.
Did he go to, like, Princeton?
No.
No? Okay.
No, different region.
Duke?
Different.
No, Duke is
No.
not a mid-major.
No? Well, they're a bunch of white guys.
No, there's Princeton.
But here's the
In
thing.
the South. He went to school in the South.
Oh, in the
Mid-major.
South. Mid-major in the South. Did he go to Florida Atlantic?
Not that. That's not.
Not
no.
that deep
like
south.
like the South.
Okay.
Florida's not. I mean, Florida Atlantic is Boca Raton. That's not
Boca,
really
baby.
the South.
Boca,
Oh,
darling.
that's why you went there.
Yeah, but then I would talk about his
Belmont.
spacing.
Yes.
Oh, Belmont, they're awesome. They're amazing.
They are.
Did you say his spacing?
Yeah, his spacing.
Well, remember we just compared him to T.J. McConnell.
Who doesn't shoot the ball
Yeah, he's
very
not
well.
really-
His
not really
spacing's
shooting.
not
He's a
very
great
good,
point
is what I
guard.
was going to
Great
say.
college
I was going
point
to say,
guard.
not
That's
good
right.
spacing,
That's right.
Michael.
That's
Not good.
Exactly.
Not good
He's
spacing.
been on the South Bay Lakers for a minute.
Yeah,
He's
that's
been
too.
starting most of the season.
Yeah, he's been
See
good.
that? See that, Bergie?
Big assist guy.
I saw what Sedano and Trudell just did.
Yeah.
Yes, very
but I
much
would
so.
hit you. But if I had this information available to me, I'd hit you with the kind of data. I'll give you an example. Do you know what the Lakers' record is right now, Bergie, for the season at home?
At home, it's they don't. Since I heard a Trudell stat on this, since it turned over to 2025, they've only lost twice.
Okay, since February 19th at home, 9-0.
Yeah, how many games have they lost, Cappy, all season?
7.
Yes?
They're 28-7. At
29-7 now.
Okay, and then 18-2. So or 19-2
So you're
now.
on ESPN
since-
stats. Got it.
No, I'm not. I'm actually on Trudell's Twitter. So, so you see, this is what I'm trying to say to you, is that if this information were front and center to a guy like me, then I'd be able to use this kind of data, and I'm a little offended, frankly. That's all.
See, I'm just saying what you just did was
Yeah.
go to Trudell's Twitter,
Which is what we're saying you should do.
and got the exact same information.
Okay, well, I mean, thanks to everybody for pointing it
Well,
out.
Cabby, as this show has proven so far,
Mm-hmm.
since you've given no real takes about anything except for yourself, that is
Hey!
brilliant. No, that's what I'm saying. That is why you are who you are.
I don't know about any takes.
Exactly. You've just been yourself, and it's been entertaining and fun and interesting. And don't bother yourself in the day-to-day of the Lakers updates. I can put that out on Twitter. Don't need to worry yourself
You know
with
what?
that.
You're
If
so
you
right.
just be you,
You're
you
so
have
right.
so much to offer.
Yeah, like
Fully agree.
honestly, you
Don't
would
get into the
it would
weeds and
probably
stuff.
go to the wrong email anyway, and you wouldn't read it. Like,
Right.
let's be honest.
You wouldn't
Then
know
I-
how to log in.
Yeah, I wouldn't know my password.
Right.
They would
you
put
know?
3 X's instead of 2 that are in your email
Right.
for some
then
reason.
it would take like 2 hours of the show of me complaining and kvetching about not knowing how to get into my
Right,
email.
which is kind of what we do most days anyway.
Yeah. So all right, forget it. I don't want it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get
I'm glad we can
into
come
let's
together
get
on
into
that.
last night. Tell us about Ocean Subaru.
Yeah, let me remind everybody about our great friends down at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I have been a big Subaru fan for a long time. I'm probably a bigger Omar fan. Omar's the general manager at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. 20-plus years in the U.S. Army. I've told his story. He comes out of the Army. He's like, I don't know what I want to do yet. And then falls in love with sales and auto sales. And it's not just the selling part of it. It's taking care of people. It's getting people into the right vehicle. I love the Subaru brand: safety, technology, versatility, reliability. I've talked about the all-wheel drive. Very spacious vehicle, but yet very sporty car. So it's a lifestyle car. Like when I go up to the mountains in Mammoth, I always love to have a Subaru. I've got that all-wheel drive. You can pack your kids, pack your dogs, pack your sports equipment, the whole deal. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, the absolute best in the Subaru business, and they are focused on your needs. Super knowledgeable. They're going to get you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru is conveniently located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Go to oceansubaru.com, oceansubaruoc.com for more information. That's oceansubaruoc.com. And don't miss the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It is on right now. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
The LA Kings' quick 2-game road trip continues tonight in Chicago after having their 5-game win streak snapped earlier this week in Minnesota. But the Kings' power play is starting to show more signs of improvement.
Doughty holds it in, feeds it to his left, along the wall, Fiala creeps across ice pass, Kempe, score! Adrian Kempe with a rocket from the near circle. It's a power play goal for LA.
Tonight, it's the Kings and the Chicago Blackhawks. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 5:30 Pacific. The all-new ESPN LA app.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Sedano and Kap on 710. Yeah. Sedano and Kap continues.
Really?
Right now.
Yeah, come on, Cappy.
What have you done for me lately? That's what you should be singing to Bergman after not letting you on the email list.
Really? I know. I think Bergie's having like one of those like power trip moments in his career. You know what I mean? I'm going to restrict you from getting information. the more information you have, the worse it is for the show. Let George be the information. Let Trudell know what's going on.
It's Bergmania, Cappy. It's taking over.
Down in Bergmania.
Well, Cappy, I'm just happy to stand in contrast with Bergman by trying to accomplish something for you.
Well, I really appreciate it, man.
You know
I
what
really
mean?
do.
Thank
I
you.
really
If
do.
you really cared, you would advocate for him to get on the email list.
No. Or if he really cared, he would just forward it to me every day.
Well, I thought where we got to at the conclusion of that segment was me convincing Cappy that he really doesn't want to be on.
You
that
don't,
list.
bro.
You did. I know you did.
You know?
In the final analysis, I actually have changed my mind.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm out on
So
the
does
Lakers
Does
press
that count
release.
as two things that I've done for you today, then, Cappy?
Yeah, that is
Well-
true. He's going to get you Spectrum.
Right, 1.5. He's going out of his way to help me get the Spectrum.
Right.
But until it's actually on my television, it's still a half. It's an effort, but it's not executed quite yet.
And I'm gonna. There's one other thing I'm going to try to do this week. I'm going to try to come see you tomorrow night at Mason's party.
Please, you know
Look
what?
at that.
I swear to you, it was going to be the next thing I was going to ask you. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on. You've had a million games in a short amount of time. You, the Laker players, everybody has been hustling and grinding, okay? But to get you on a Friday night to come to Mason's birthday party, not an easy task. But I'm excited that you'll be there.
Well, that's the plan. I do value Mason, and it's a big Hallmark birthday. And the only issue is that I'll be in Orange County. I have to be in Newport, basically taking the boys down there. We've got some of our good friends that lived up here, but then the fires, they had to move down to Newport. But I think if I get back and get them in bed by like around 9, then I could get up there, somewhere around 10ish. I'm sure things will still be going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
no
so
doubt.
That's the plan. So I'll be late, but that's my current plan.
Okay,
fair
and then
enough.
you'll have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah. You can film me, Cappy. I'm going to come right to you, and you can tell me everything. That you observe Sedano
wait,
doing.
Let me tell you what's going to happen to you when you come to me. I assure you 1,000%. You come walking in stone sober, right?
Stone sober.
Okay.
Yes.
Just be on the lookout. I'm going to do for you now, Mike.
Okay.
Okay. Beware of my girlfriend, as she is affectionately known around these parts as Rachel.
Oh, so Rachel will be have had a couple of beverages by then.
Not only that, but she will have gummied the entire party.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's the doser.
Okay.
So she will see you, she will feel your vibe, and she'll be like, "Open up your mouth, because here comes your gummy."
Yeah, it's a negative.
Negative.
Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is
Really? I don't know, man.
No.
She's very persuasive.
No, I'm driving, and then I'm driving back after like an hour. So we won't be doing that.
Look at
Should
that.
probably Uber.
Look
Should
at that.
Probably Uber.
Michael, let's talk about yesterday for a second.
Yeah, please.
I thought Luka, like I jokingly, I said this to you while we were sitting next to each other. I'm like, is he going to break Kobe's 81-point record in this one? Because he had 20 points and there was like 5 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter.
Because then you would have, since you were the national partner, then you would have jacked the walk-off interview for me and gotten Luka had he broken Kobe's
This is
record.
getting personal between you two.
No, which was as well within his rights.
Yeah,
That would have
Michael
been his
understands what's going on there.
Yeah.
But what I would say to you is, and he could have had more than the 21 he had in the first quarter because he missed 3 bunnies, right shots easily in the paint, and then a free throw, which is pretty rare too. So like he could have had 27, 28 points in the first quarter. I mean, they didn't end up needing it, but man, like he gave people a glimpse of how incredible he can be just in that first quarter.
Yeah, it happened by design though. So the way that teams decide how they're going to play Luka defensively usually dictates what happens. And in this case, Denver comes out and they wanted to switch everything. Redick uses the color red for the switches. So Denver comes out and everything they switch everything. So if you set a screen and it's Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown, then it starts with Christian Brown and all of a sudden Aaron Gordon's on him. And Luka's like, no problem. Takes Aaron Gordon down in the paint, scores on him. Next possession, they switch somebody else onto him. I'm going to beat this guy up. He's driving more than he was a couple weeks ago, so he's getting all of these buckets early against single coverage in the switch. So Denver then calls the third time out of the first quarter. Mike Malone is furious. Calls the fourth time out. Finally, they put in a fire, which is like a really aggressive blitz. And then that's when the Lakers start hitting wide open 3 after wide open 3 because they're playing 4-on-3, as Cappy knows, of course.
Right.
This is something he was thinking as he was watching the first quarter. Right,
Yeah,
Cappy?
when they're going downhill, Cappy, they're playing 4-on-3.
Right, because they're in the blender.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
That's what I was thinking.
So they're in the blender, and so that's the thing.
Cappy loves a good blender.
So
I
Luka
do. Make a
had
nice
George,
smoothie.
had they stuck into the single coverage and the switches, then maybe Luka does get 50, 60. He would just keep scoring.
Right.
But if you're going to start trapping like that, then he's like, fine, come bring 2 to me. I'll just chill.
Right.
And then I'll let my teammates get a wide open 3, and Dorian Finney-Smith will knock him down, and Gabe Vincent will knock him down, and Austin Reeves, and that's what they did. So that's basically how they busted the Nuggets.
But I got to tell you something, though, that one play in particular that you just brought up, Mike, it was early in the first quarter, and Luka's got the ball, and he's far from the basket. He's out around the three-point line, and Aaron Gordon is defending him. And he starts leaning a shoulder into him, and he's just kind of pushing him a little bit. And Gordon's playing pretty tough defense. And instead of Luka saying, well, you know what, I don't think I'm going to shoot or get to the basket on this particular play, I'll pass the ball. But instead, he didn't. He kept holding the ball and dribbling the ball and pushing. And Aaron Gordon kept on being pushed back until it got to a point where Luka was so close to the basket, he was able to not only go up and hit the shot, but he also got the free throw. He got the and one. So he was so committed in that moment, and it was such a tough shot, and yet he made it and still got to the free throw line. So it's just it's when you watch him every day, here's what I'm going to say. When you watch him every day, you realize how great he is, whereas when you don't watch him every day and you just see him on highlights, you don't really have an appreciation for how good this kid really is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think it's like a news flash that he's good. Like, anybody who's watched him play in a game other than highlights knows how good he can be. But what I would say to you, Cappy, about that, which I thought was an astute point, is I don't think people realize how strong Aaron Gordon is, okay? Like, and again, this goes to show you how strong Luka is, too, because Aaron Gordon is one of the better defenders in the sport. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic. And Luka was just toying with him in that game.
Yeah, and listen, I think, Mike, the other point you make is that when the defenses make changes and adjustments and Luka still has the ball in his hands, all of a sudden when you've got a Dorian Finney-Smith or a Gabe Vincent, those two stand out. I mean, we expect it from Austin Reeves. But when those guys start to knock down threes, I always go back to what LeBron said at the beginning of the season like 2 years ago, which is we don't have any lasers. These guys, for whatever reason, this team this year, and you guys would know the data better, but they're a much, much better and deeper three-point shooting team than the Lakers have seemed to have had in the last couple of years. Does the data back that up, or is that just the eye test?
Well, so the data would show, and this, I guess this is some mix of just eye test and data, they are taking a ton more threes since Luka got here, and that, of course, is by design, and it's because he's bringing 2 to the basketball. And if you bring 2 to the basketball, that means you're going to get open shots everywhere. So they're not just getting more open threes, they're also getting more layups and more dunks. And you're basically just getting a better overall shot diet when Luka Doncic is on your team. In fact, he's the one that's taking the toughest shots. His teammates are getting really good shots, and that's a winning formula. So it's been exciting to see for sure.
And
he likes to feed people, Cappy. It's your kind of diet.
Hey, listen, I wish you liked to feed people. I would have eaten your vegetables the other night.
Right.
But you didn't want to feed me. But one last thing about this game last night, because I don't think we can take much away from it, given that Jokic and Murray weren't in the game, right?
Fair.
But here's the one thing. They had to win the game. You cannot lose games like that when a team is down their stars and you're at home. So that's the first part of it. The second part of it is this. When the Lakers went to Denver a week ago and they were 15.5-point underdogs and they didn't have LeBron and they didn't have Luka, the Lakers battled in that game, and they were down by 2 late because Austin Reeves and Dalton Knecht both had huge games that night. So the Lakers really battled in that game, whereas Denver got blown out. And, yeah, the final score makes it look like a little closer than it was, but it really wasn't that close. So I guess if I'm looking for a positive, it's that the Lakers undermanned played the Nuggets better than the Nuggets undermanned played against the Lakers, who still don't have LeBron or Rui.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think it's accurate. The Nuggets are not playing great right now. They did get a rally around the flag win at Golden State when I think they kind of surprised the Warriors that Jokic and Murray weren't going to play. And they're not really that deep of a team. And I think we're seeing that
they're
Lakers,
very young on the bench. Yeah.
And since the Lakers added, Goodwin, who nobody expected to be now not just a key rotation piece, but like in every night, he's been a fill-in starter of late. Like, so their depth now, they've got 10 guys that I think you can trust. And Jackson Hayes, part of this goes as a credit to Luka, but him emerging into not just kind of a guy who's, I don't know if you're comfortable there, but he's now been a plus as a starting center, and that's increased his the way that he's been able to impact games. So it's all looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think there's a little bit of the blessing in disguise in some sense. So we'll get to that on the other side. Trudell's in the house. Sedano Kap, 710 ESPN.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
The official partner of Palm Tree Crew at the Waste Management Open is now bringing fans to the biggest rivalry in golf, the Ryder Cup. USA versus Europe. Fired up crowds, unmatched intensity. This isn't just golf, it's a battle for supremacy. With Absolute Sport, you'll get premium access, luxury accommodations, and the ultimate fan experience. Don't just watch history, be a part of it. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Lakers fans, we're so close to crowning the Lakers Gofote. Join us on March 24th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. at Ralph's PCH in Long Beach,
6290 East Pacific Coast Highway.
to celebrate the search of the greatest fan of all time. Enjoy special appearances from Lakers legends like Byron Scott and AC Green. Grab some delicious bites from the BB Go food truck and enter for a chance to win Lakers tickets. Plus, cast your vote on site with us at LakersGofote.com and receive an exclusive Lakers Gofote t-shirt. Don't miss out.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, just 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Linz.
All right, so today is the first day of spring, the spring equinox.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And because of that, Dairy Queen has free cone day.
Oh.
Customers are encouraged to head to their local Dairy Queen to receive a free small vanilla cone. All you got to do is just show up and ask if they participate, and you'll get their world-famous DQ soft serve.
I am looking right now. Where are there Dairy Queens around L.A.?
There's not a ton of them anymore, but there are some.
I always would stop, not always, but once I realized there was one on the way to Yamava, I stopped like twice to get blizzards.
So there's one in Burbank.
I'm looking here.
There's one in Cerritos. There's one in Arcadia. That's about it, I feel like. There could be more, but...
This one, Northridge. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of them. You know, when I was a kid, my dad and I used to stop at Dairy Queen anytime we passed one. And there was this one that we would always pass. And my dad and I would always go in, and they had the best freaking milkshakes, man. You guys know I love my chocolate milkshake. Dairy Queen had the best milkshakes. And then they had the ice cream where it comes in the cone, and then they dip it in like the chocolate or that cherry, and then it becomes like the hardened outer shell.
Yes.
God, I freaking love
And
that.
Cappy, speaking of that, if you opt to add chocolate dip to your free vanilla cone for only $1, they will be supporting the nonprofit organization Children Miracle Network Hospitals, and that $1 will go to that foundation.
Hey, very nice.
So you get a free cone, $1 dip goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Cerritos is and Burbank are the two, I think, in L.A. County. I'm trying to see if there's...
You remember, George, when they when Dairy Queen added a word to their title and they became Dairy Queen Brazier?
Well, those were only the ones that served food,
Right,
because
so
not all of them serve food.
Right. So they were an ice cream shop. They were Dairy Queen, but then they became Dairy Queen Brazier, and I don't even know what the word Brazier means.
It's like grill.
Okay, yeah, because they had like burgers and dogs.
Yeah, I worked at Dairy Queen when I was like 15, and let me tell you, I lasted like 3 days.
Really? Why is that?
Dairy Queen's an institution in Minnesota, one of the few places you
Same
can get it.
with Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
I get that ice cream cake for birthdays.
Yeah, my family still does ice cream cakes
Oh,
for
yeah,
birthdays.
great ice cream
So
cake.
that's the only type there is.
They used to have like
action.
drive-throughs too. Like you guys ever have like a little Dairy Queen
Sure.
A-frame with
Yeah,
the
of
drive-through?
course.
Those were
Mhm.
good
Of course.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, Cappy.
There's a Dairy
It's
Queen.
like Jersey Mike's yesterday.
Where is
yeah, it
this at? Hold on. Stand
sounds
by.
good right now, Kat.
There's a Dairy Queen.
Someone bring us some Dairy
There's
Queen.
one in Cerritos.
Grill and Cerritos. We were talking about that. There's a Grill and Chill Dairy Queen in Garden Grove. That's Orange County though. Only 2 in LA County. It's Cerritos and Burbank. That's it.
Okay, well, I guess today they're about to get a big rush as everybody's finding out about this whole thing. Thank you, Lindsay Baseball.
You're welcome, because everybody's listening.
Correct.
You know it.
So, you never want LeBron or even Luka to miss games. Today's going to be. I mean, we were joking earlier before you got here, Michael. Like, who's even going to play? Like, I actually said, should John sit out and let you kind of do, the play-by-play? We could find someone to do the sideline on TV today. Just kind of move the roles around, like kind of like the team is doing today.
Cappy could do sideline.
I could.
Cappy,
I could do it.
you want to come down do the sideline?
I mean, I haven't done sidelines in, it's probably been 2 years since I was on the sideline of an NFL game after about 20 straight.
I mean, listen, I feel like Billy Mack and Stu will hold your hand a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'd be
He's a
happy to do it.
professional. Yeah, I think you handle it well.
I think I can handle it. No
I
problem.
mean, you could do the walk-off with, like, Goody.
Yeah.
Me and Goody, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that might be who the player of the game is tonight,
Could be. You know what's interesting about you guys saying this, though, is that last night was the first time that I've ever gone to a game where I've actually felt like the fan who kind of feels like he's getting screwed over because the other
Jokic and
team,
Murray.
Yeah.
But Jokic and Murray are hurt, like legit hurt.
I know, I get it. But going into the game at this time yesterday, we didn't really know that Jokic and Murray were not going to play.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Okay, well, what would you like to say about that?
I mean, I knew. I told people before the game there's a chance they may not play.
Right, but you also told me to keep quiet. You were
Well,
like,
now we know.
Keep your big mouth
Yeah,
shut.
now,
You know?
yes, it's different. The game's already happened.
So, but what I'm saying is that like yesterday going in, they were on the injury report, but they were, I think, listed as probable. And
No.
What were they listed as? Oh,
Yeah,
questionable.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
So for me, like it was the first time where I was like, oh, this kind of sucks, man, because what I was looking forward to was Denver versus Lakers. I knew that Rui was out. I knew that LeBron was out, but I kind of thought that because I had already played Prize Picks. I had Jamal Murray and I had Joker in Prize Picks. So I was disappointed. Now, DeAndre said something to me earlier today about virtually the same thing. DeAndre, jump in here and tell the fellas here why you're upset about tonight's game.
Well, because I'm in attendance for tonight's game. I was like, okay, cool. I get to see a matchup again. Luka Doncic versus Giannis. Obviously, the Bucks beat, the Lakers in Milwaukee. I mean, obviously, Lakers are out with some guys still. But still, like, to get back, and get that, that revenge game. Obviously, everyone wants to see Luka against Giannis, two, obviously, global superstars. And it just sucks, to see that he's sitting out. Along with, not with just him, though, along with Austin Reeves and along with a couple other guys as well. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, and by the way, look, I Tim Bontemps, he's a friend. I like him, but he kind of jumped the gun a little bit yesterday on Get Up when he was asked about like the Nuggets sitting guys against the Warriors. And this is why you have to take people's resumes into account. Like he said, oh, it's terrible for the league. Now, he did try to couch it in the 2-minute clip, like saying like, oh, it's not like Jokic sits all the time. But that's kind of why you can't say this is an awful look for the league, because that guy never sits. You know what I mean? Like that guy only will sit if he's actually hurt. And then now, yesterday he doesn't play. Clearly, it's an injury. Same thing with Murray. And, like, you find yourself kind of in a spot where you are, like, criticizing a team and two players who are really good and also guys who tend to play. This isn't, no disrespect, like Paul George or Kawhi, who have sat in different instances. By the way, those two guys have had all sorts of crazy injuries too, but those guys have sat for rest more than certainly Jokic and Murray have.
Yeah, so this to me is just there are a couple of different ways to look at this, but most importantly, I think when it stinks for the fans is when healthy players like what Utah has been doing all year.
Right, with Markkanen,
Lowry
they did
Markkanen,
not too long ago.
And they're
yeah.
just they are so determined to stay at the bottom of the lottery that they're not playing their good players.
I mean, Toronto the other day literally sat there starting 5 in a game they were winning.
So it's different when, like, the Lakers, they desperately want to win every game that they play in.
Right.
Like this to me is more of an exception because of the wildfires in January. They had to reschedule 2 of the games. One of them was the Spurs game, which got stuck right in the middle of this. It would have been a 5-day or 5-game and 8-game stretch. It turned into a 6-game and 8-game stretch with 3 back-to-backs, which is unprecedented. I've been working for the Lakers since 2008. There's never been a time when there have been 6 games in 8 days before.
Yeah.
So it's an exception. It stinks. It's not fun. With that said, the Friday game in Denver turned out to be a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Now, they lost, and that was, again, and I get Austin Reeves isn't playing tonight, but, like, you do never know what's going to happen in an NBA game. And it does give guys a chance. Maybe Dalton Connect's going to get 25 shots tonight. Maybe that's something that helps the Lakers in a playoff
blessing
series.
in disguise, right? Because they may need him in one game to hit a couple shots.
Yeah. So, it's not ideal, but it happens. There are 82 games, and sometimes guys aren't going to play.
Well, and what I would add to that is this. Yesterday's game was very important in the sense that, and you and I talked about this at the end, Michael, because I know you made the report on Spectrum, and you were...
I don't know about that report because I can't get Spectrum.
Nice enough to...
basically the Lakers secured
give
the
me a heads up on the tiebreaker scenario, right? Lakers even the series with Denver in the regular season at 2-2, so now they're done. But basically the way the tiebreakers fall down, it's like down to like the third tiebreaker potentially. But the Lakers are leading all the potential tiebreakers in their way.
Yeah.
So it was significant because if they lose that game to Denver, none of those tiebreakers matter because Denver would have won the series 3-1.
And just this is now going back to DeAndre's point about being disappointed about tonight's game. You know, you think you're going to see Giannis against Luka, but on the other hand, don't you as a Laker fan kind of like the management that's going on here of Luka? Because here's the thing. You don't necessarily need Luka and Austin Reeves tonight to go out there and give it 110% and potentially lose this game when they could sit, get treatment, get their bodies back together, and still lose the game. So I know, and it kind of sucks that and the way I'm looking at it is it's like a sacrificial game. Like, hey, if you're not going to play Luka and you're not going to play Austin Reeves and both of them are capable of playing tonight, then you're sort of sacrificing the game. And by the way, who knows? Maybe they'll come up with a huge performance, and maybe Milwaukee doesn't have their A game and whatever. Maybe somebody fouls out early or somebody gets a technical and leaves the game. All I'm saying is that even though it's disappointing, DeAndre, on the other hand, don't you kind of feel like this is a good time to rest these guys?
Well, Cappy, I wouldn't just say rest though. Like they are. All the guys that are not going to play tonight are actually banged up. Like, and this is a product and part of playing all of the games that they played to get to this point. Mm-hmm. Luka does have an ankle injury. Austin Reeves does have he has an ankle injury. He's got a wrist thing going on. Some of these guys have other things going on that they don't necessarily even say. So it's just that if you're going to play 6 games in 8 days, you might get the type of injury that keeps you from playing for the rest of the season as well. So it's not they're not resting. I think they're definitely like dealing with some stuff in their bodies.
By the way, I was laughing because Grant in LA tweeted in the Sedano and Kap Circle of Trust on Twitter.
What's he have to say?
He says if Cappy worked the sideline for the Lakers instead of Trudell during the first quarter interview with JJ, it's actually halftime with on Spectrum.
Yeah, get your stuff together, Grant.
He probably wouldn't ask him a single question. Instead, he'd just dive into telling JJ about his weekend. We would actually maybe see JJ turn into Greg Popovich in that scenario.
Maybe it's a possibility.
Let's practice, Cappy. Let's say so. The Lakers are taking a 8-point lead into halftime, but
wow,
underhanded.
Undermanned against the Bucks, Cappy.
No, well, okay, all right.
What are you eating, Michael? What are you chomping on?
Candy?
I wasn't planning on talking. It's my bad.
Yeah.
No, let's do this. Cappy, Lakers have a surprising lead going into the half against. They're an undermanned Lakers squad against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
How many questions do you get with JJ?
1, sometimes 2, depending on how long the answer is.
Okay, go ahead, Cappy. So,
all right, I'll use every word you just used.
Sedano and Kap role play, except you're role playing with Trudell as JJ.
All right,
and you're
no. George is JJ.
Oh, I'm JJ.
Okay. So, and Cappy, you are me.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, but you're Cappy.
Dame Lillard air ball. Lakers up 8. You're walking over to JJ.
All right, let's send it over to Scott Kaplan, filling in for Mike Trudell today with JJ.
Hey, Billy Mack, thank you so much. Coach, wow, that's a surprising first half to have an 8-point lead when your roster is so depleted. What would you say is the reason that you guys are playing so well tonight?
Well, it's a next man up mentality. You know, guys got to step up, and that's what we're doing tonight.
Coach, before you go, I just wanted to ask you, are you available tomorrow night to come to Mace's 60th birthday party? It's going to be crazy. My girlfriend will dose you with some gummies. What do you say?
All right, I got to go. See you later.
Okay, all right, very good. Back to you, Bill.
You know, Cappy, I thought the first question was pretty good.
Not bad.
You know?
Not bad. I
And
mean,
the second question was relatable, and, and you went for it.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't bite,
No.
but you went for it. And I
He
don't
didn't
think
bite the
fans
gummy.
I don't think fans would hate that
Mike,
too
that's 20 years, man. 20 years
Why-
on the
Why
sidelines
do you
of
think I
NFL
suggested
games.
you? I wasn't totally joking.
Yes.
You could do it.
I could do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
No problem. Hey, by the way, I'm watching the NCAA tournament. I did this NCAA tournament for CBS.
Well, you
listen,
also readily admitted to us once that you literally were like, you had, in some of these cases, you were just like, by the time you got to like the third game, you were
Right.
like, I don't even know what the hell I'm asking anymore.
I didn't, because I was like, wait a second, guys, I'm here with Coach Calipari right now. Or, hey, I'm here with, this is old school, I'm here with Oklahoma State coach Eddie Sutton right now.
Oh, Eddie Sutton.
Oh, old school. Yeah, old school.
Yeah.
You know? Or when the late, great Greg Gumbel said, let's go out now to Kemper Arena in Kansas City, and Scott Kaplan is standing by. Well, Greg, a 12 over a 5. It's a traditional upset spot, and I don't remember who beat who, but, that's the deal. I got it. I can do it, Mike. Thanks for suggesting me, pal. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And then I'll tell you where you rank on my Silent Reporter.
You see that? I'll probably be behind Pam Oliver.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, Cappy, let's get into a little bit of the tournament, speaking of which. Let's get into that a little bit. It's been fairly chalky so far, but let's get into that. But first, let me tell you about Jacob. You get into an accident, it's very simple. You call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Look, you're driving around town. The other day, I saw one of those Jacob billboards, and I had to smile. It's simple. Just Jacob's picture, man, in 3 words, the real deal. And that's exactly what he is. That's why when you get into an accident, you call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. If you're injured in one of those accidents, any kind of accident, okay, you don't want just any attorney dealing with this, all right? You want one who's earned the respect, and that's Jacob. You want a guy who's been fighting for Southern California since the Lakers were running Showtime at the Forum. That's Jacob. You want a lawyer who's not just a name on a billboard, but in the office every day, going to battle for his clients, and that's Jacob. And most importantly, you want an attorney, right? Right? The insurance company's fear. You don't want just regular guy. They see Jacob on that other line, they're like, oh, crap, we got to deal with Marani now. So, and trust me, they know Jacob is the real deal, too. So if you've been injured in any kind of accident, don't take that lowball settlement offer. Call Jacob. Call the real deal at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit them online at calljacob.com. 3 decades of fighting for people just like you, not the corporations, okay? So if you've suffered a loss, by the way, in the wildfires, Jacob has already taken action. So call now and let him fight for you there as well.
Travis Rodgers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
You can fix stuff, right? You grew up fixing stuff.
No, you know what's embarrassing too?
What?
My dad's really good at that.
Yeah?
Like my dad's a pretty handy guy.
Yeah.
Like he does fix stuff, can fix stuff. Like we'll figure out how to fix stuff. I got nothing.
Didn't you have the old
Literally
ColecoVision games?
Yeah.
You couldn't fix those? Like if the wire broke, you couldn't solder it back?
Oh, hell no.
Really? Oh my God.
No,
you were that kid.
You
Oh,
just
no.
basically asked me to split the atom.
Really?
I've got nothing
To
for
solder one little wire back
Here
together.
is
Oh,
so
I guess you didn't want the game.
My Mattel football with
Yeah.
the red dots stops working. Okay, here's my first move.
Yes.
Replace the battery.
Right.
Into the trash can.
You threw it away?
I don't know how to fix it.
You were that kid. Give it to me. I fix all your stuff.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is a leader in breakthrough pediatric care, treating complex cases and advancing life-saving research. In support of CHLA's 10th annual Make March Matter campaign, ESPN LA is auctioning off exclusive 710 appearances to help fund critical treatments for children. Every dollar raised supports CHLA's essential work to provide expert care, innovative therapies, and hope to families in need. Visit 710forchla.com to bid and make a difference for kids today.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text LION to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text LION to 42424. That's LION to 42424.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
I feel like your fat is less visceral.
Oh, really?
The LA Afternoon Takeover rolls on right now.
Oh, what a song.
We sang every song that Javi knew.
Oh, that's another word for nothing left to lose. Oh, nothing.
There's no chance Trudell knows who this is.
Huh. When it's the blues.
Oh, definitely.
It's really
Dolly
old.
Parton?
For me.
No.
Not Dolly Parton.
Okay.
She does have a little bit of
Sounds a
that
little bit like
twang
Dolly
in her,
Parton.
like Dolly.
What a song. What a song. What's the story today on this song?
Oh,
It's a #1 hit, Janis Joplin in 1970.
Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were playing it for fun. Just to hear you get some, like, we need some flavor in here. We always play like the R&B songs,
Yeah.
and we have you going, We need like the Bob Dylan voice coming
Well,
back.
old school rock and roll, man. Janis Joplin, Bobby McGee. That's a great song.
I love that song.
That's like an old school college bar song.
Should have gotten that one. My dad would be disappointed. I'm pretty good on oldies usually, but that one escaped me.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy about it.
All right, let's talk about this Western Conference. So we talked about the tiebreaker a second ago, Michael. And the Lakers right now are sitting, if I recall correctly, at 3, right?
In third, yeah.
Yeah. Behind Houston, but only a game back. The Rockets have had they've had some ebbs and flows to the season. I think they lost 6 straight a couple weeks ago. Now they've won 8 straight.
Yeah.
So they're kind of back in that mix. I just don't worry about them. They're a great regular season story. I don't think that they're going to have a significant impact come playoff time. So if I'm the Lakers, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in that 2-3 line so I can just let, Denver and OKC battle it out in the second round.
The only tricky part, and trust me, I've spent way too much time already looking at everybody's schedule down the stretch.
See that? See what I said? Michael and the schedule. See how great he does?
I've spent way too much time, as Cappy alluded to earlier, although I think you were talking about the preseason schedule article, which was bizarre. But I appreciate it anyway. And, I don't think that there's a team outside of course, OKC, who to me is certainly the favorite. George and I have agreed on that. I don't think there's a team that the Lakers necessarily fear having to play in the first round. Some are better than others. I would have, I think Golden State would be a tougher route than Houston, even though Houston right now is
right now they'd play the
Golden State's
Warriors,
the 6th.
which is not ideal either, though. You don't want those guys in the first round.
Yeah, but
I think they would win, but you have a real hard series in the first round. I think.
Yeah, they're going to be tough to beat. I mean, but nobody knows the Warriors, and certainly the Steph and Draymond iteration, like LeBron. He's going to have a plan against them. He knows Jimmy Butler, as do the Lakers, so having faced him in the finals. I think it's something that they can handle. But to me, what's more important than the matchup is how good have the Lakers been at home this season, right? 28-7. And if you can just get home court for the first round, just to give, Cappy, just make it a little bit of an easier path, just give you a little bit more room for error. I think that I would probably take that over the difference between, say, Memphis and Golden State, or if they do get up to the 2, Minnesota or the Clippers or whoever that ends up being. And it could, by the way, it could still be any one of 6 teams that the Lakers could face in round 1. In fact, it could be up to 7 different teams with all the different permutations. And I could give you a ranking of which teams I think they match up the best with and which the worst. But bottom line to me is just while maintaining your health, get as high as you can in the seeding so that you can get home court for a round or two. And George, that isn't to say that they couldn't go in and win a game one and kind of get home court that way if they are say the 5 seed, but I just think that should be the goal.
Yeah, I would just want to avoid OKC till the end if I could, and I would also try to avoid Denver to as close to the end as possible as I could. I'd rather them. If I'm the Lakers, I would prefer OKC and Denver meet as the 1-4.
The only flip side to that is if you're thinking about LeBron specifically and maintaining a certain level of energy, which by the way, this couple of
Lindsay
weeks,
calls it the switch. Yeah.
The switch is real.
You can turn it on.
He is 100%
LeBron
real.
did
Jokic actually said the other day there is no such thing as a switch.
Well,
the last
maybe not for him.
Well, here's the thing, though. LeBron
He doesn't need one right now.
The last 2 seasons, LeBron had to
His is
basically
off.
drag the Lakers into the play-in by playing his butt off in March and early April. So now he has at least had these 2 weeks. We'll see how much longer before he returns to kind of recharge and the entire battery. But nonetheless, getting back to the OKC point, will LeBron have that much, even if it's 1% more juice in round 2 than in round 3, then maybe you could talk yourself into getting the Thunder in round 2 instead of round 3 because of that. But,
I think, though, but like last night after the game, because I was listening to our broadcast, and I believe Jordan Goodwin was the post-game interview for John and Michael. And right away, Ireland hits him with, you guys have played so well at home this year that getting home court is sort of an important thing, and I feel like we haven't even had this conversation about home court in the last 5 years at least, right?
The year after the bubble year, because they were a higher seed then.
Okay, so since that year, right? In the last 3 years, it's all been a conversation about play-in and where are they going to be and who are they going to play and then how are they going to get into the actual postseason. This year, we're and I think the way we should all be looking at it is let's get a little greedy. Because of what you're saying, Mike, the home record this year is so outstanding, and the team's record is so much better, and where they are in the standings today is so much better than it's been the last couple of years, that having games at home could be really important as opposed to pure desperation, which is playing your way in. So I'm with you on there. That's why last night was an important game. I mean, I realize that they don't have their 2 biggest stars, but you can't let down at all. You have to win those kinds of games. Tonight, I just want to ask you guys, since we were talking about this earlier, I was looking at this game tonight, and I'm just wondering, you've got guys like Giannis and Dame are both called game time decisions.
Well, right, because they see the Lakers not playing anybody, so they look at it as probably a good opportunity for them to kind of give their guys some rest.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is there any chance that Milwaukee says tonight, hey, you know what? They're not playing their best guys. Maybe we shouldn't play our best guys. Maybe tonight's a night where we give our guys a rest. And if they were to do something like that, could the Lakers, and I'm going to put this in quotes, steal this game? Because if they play Giannis and Dame, we assume that the Lakers are going to lose.
Giannis and Dame are both probable.
Okay, I saw on ESPN game time decision.
Yeah.
Okay,
so they are game time, but Cappy. But sometimes you can be a game time and be questionable, or you can be a game time and they say probable. So I think they're expected to play.
All right.
Oh, this is not a nationally televised game today, right? Because of the tournament. So at least it's right. Good God! If you're TNT, you dodged that bullet by like a couple days. Holy moly! If that would have been Tuesday, they would have been. This would have been the game. Oh my God!
Yeah, TNT's getting plenty of eyeballs today.
Well, right, yeah, for sure. Although I got some eyeballs on this Arkansas-Kansas game. Bill
too.
Self, John Calipari.
Yeah, like I looked at this matchup and went, wait a second, these 2 legendary college basketball coaches.
Well, Kansas did not have a typical Kansas year, and
nope.
Arkansas is in their first year of Calipari. I told you I ran into Cal the other day in OKC.
Yeah.
Cappy, have you been watching? Can I ask you a question, Cappy?
Yeah.
So I'm of the probably annoying part of where college basketball fans would look at NBA people and be like, oh, you think you're too good for our game? You don't watch any college basketball, blah, blah, blah.
I just got no time.
And my contention is just that with the kind of college basketball changed with the one and done stuff and the best players leaving, and
it's just not as good a game.
It's just not, so that's my contention. But I admit I really don't watch much. When I've watched in recent years, it's been a lot of kind of, okay, pass around the perimeter, and then eventually somebody takes a three, right? There isn't a lot of...
No, they'll like one-on-one isolate to the basket or something. Yeah.
But anyway, so I have a negative view of it, but I am not watching enough to feel like my opinion is that valid. So I want to ask somebody like you, who, since I just asked you if you watch college basketball,
well, Cappy doesn't watch college basketball.
No, I've said it all season long. I've watched less college basketball this year than I've watched in years past. And for me, for a guy like me, well, I wonder if there's that because here's the thing, Mike. A guy like me and a guy like Charles Barkley, we're pretty much in the same boat.
Yeah, you and Charles, very much the same.
Today, college basketball starts. The college basketball season starts today.
Yeah. Well, Chuck hasn't been watching NBA games, so what is he watching?
Well, and but I will say this. You know what I think I found? That the more NBA I watch, the less college basketball I watch.
Right. Well, it's hard to watch both.
Yeah.
And one product is way better to watch than the other.
Yeah, and I just get my fix of the game through
if
the
you
NBA.
say you like college basketball better, it's because you like the pageantry around it. You don't actually like the actual game of basketball.
And the only point I was going to try to make against, it sounds like we're all in agreement here, is that there have been all these graphics recently about how the age of college basketball players has gone up relative to certain NBA teams. And
dude, Matt Barnes the other day on All the Smoke made a great point. He's like, dude, there's like 25-year-old guys playing college basketball right now.
Because with the COVID year, then it started, you could take your fifth year, and now everybody's taking grad students who played 4 years somewhere else, and then they're the fifth-year senior.
Right.
And so I wonder if that has raised the level of play some, though. Since guys are older,
Not really.
they've been there for longer.
Not
okay,
really.
all right.
But here's why, though, Mike. Here's why. Because really now in college basketball, because of all of the changes, and you mentioned the COVID year, you either have like an older experienced team, and that's why they're good, or you have like a hyper young talented team, and that's why they're good.
Yeah.
But there's so much movement at all times, it's actually hard to build a team.
Yeah. By the way, ESPN's got wrestling on, NCAA wrestling on right now. I'm watching. It's pretty intense over there.
Yeah.
Not Greco-Roman, though, Captain. Freestyle.
Okay. Freestyle wrestling? Okay.
Yeah.
When are you going to fight Greg?
Oh, yeah. Weren't you going to fight Greg?
Yeah.
Well, now you should over the emails.
Yeah.
I know. What he said, the disrespect today is such that I should just pound him, shouldn't I?
Well, I thought you were going to box him.
Well, I'm saying in the ring I should pound on him. You know, I don't mean ground
I thought
and
you meant
pound.
like you were going to go in his office after.
Oh, no. I don't want to fight him in real life. I just want to fight him in the ring, in the squared circle.
Yeah. All right, Tinder's next.
The LA Kings' quick 2-game road trip continues tonight in Chicago after having their 5-game win streak snapped earlier this week in Minnesota. But the Kings' power play is starting to show more signs of improvement.
Dowdy holds it in, beats it to his left, along the wall, Fiala creeps in, cross-ice pass, Kempe!
Hey everybody, John Ireland here. Now is your chance to vote for the Lakers GOAT, the greatest Laker fan of all time. If you listen to the station, you know we've had this contest going on for a while. We got some fantastic entries, but only 4 people made it to the finals, and you can decide who is the Lakers GOAT. Go to that website, LakersGoat.com. The word Lakers, GFOAT.com. Voting going on now through March 24th. You'll decide who's the greatest Laker fan of all time.
Your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
Well, it's National Cocktail Day this week, or as I call it, every day at Morongo. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 3-quart ceramic saucepan when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 25th.
Number 2.
Fog hat, live May 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Cadillac Lyric. Earn entries now playing table games with your rewards card and be here at 10 p on the 30th to win.
Morongo, good times.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time
on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway, because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Michelle Smallman here. Do you want to be at the draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin? Travel Wisconsin is sending 10 lucky fans and a guest to the draft. Experience the thrill of the draft firsthand and make memories that will last a lifetime. Don't wait. Enter Travel Wisconsin's Dream Draft Sweepstakes. Visit travelwisconsin.com/draft to learn how you can win a trip to experience the biggest moment of the offseason. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
Daughter can sit in the front seat, so I just catch her doing these dances. I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? TikTok. Every song has a little dance to it. Yeah.
TikTok came from this app called Musical.ly. But
why can't they do that for math?
They probably do.
6 and 6 times 3 is 18 divided by 9 is 2, and let's go.
It's Trav and D-Far. Back tomorrow after Clinton and Friends.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand. This is Sedano and Kap on 710.
I'm a cocky son of a like, there's no question about that.
Sedano and Kap continues right now.
It's like a wrestling theme?
There is.
Sounds like it.
Neither of you guys know it? Want to take any guesses?
Can I get a hint? Because I feel like I do know it, but I'm not
You
sure.
know it.
Yeah. Give me a hint.
Cappy, have you ever ripped your shirt off? Like, like
I've been watching. I'm almost done watching the McMahon documentary, so that's
good.
why
I liked it. I like the McMahon documentary.
It is good.
Yeah.
I don't know any clues. He had
Got no clues.
He had curly hair and wore sunglasses.
Oh.
It's a lot of them, right?
Kurt Hennig?
No.
I feel like, is this Macho Man?
No.
No, definitely not Macho Man. Macho Man was more like operatic.
He had a historic rival with a certain wrestler.
Gee, that really narrows it down.
There's a lot of those.
Hold on.
He had a rivalry with the sexy boy.
Oh, with the Heartbreak Kid? Is this Bret Hart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good job out of you, George.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. Last night when I was watching the Mr. McMahon. It was the first episode I started watching when I was catching back up was the episode called Screwjob, which includes the Montreal Screwjob.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the Montreal Screwjob?
Is this where Bret Hart was where he died? Is that the deal?
No, that's Owen Hart, who passed away. Bret Hart was in the Montreal Screwjob. He was leaving to WCW because Vince couldn't afford to pay him anymore after giving him a 20-year contract. And, he was bleeding money because the WCW was winning at the time. And he told Bret, hey, man, I can't afford to leave to pay you. Just if you want to leave, go leave. He's like, and he had been the champion for a long time, but he basically told him, like, you can't leave with the title. So he had told Triple H and Shawn Michaels at the time, like, by no means you to tell anyone you know this, but I'm going to make sure he doesn't get the title. So when Shawn Michaels put him in the sharpshooter, Vince told the guy to ring the bell.
Yes,
and then the guy froze, and he's like, ring the bleeping bell, and he rang the bell, and Bret Hart was furious, and he spit
Still
on
is
Vince
furious
McMahon.
to this day.
Yeah, still very upset. Although not upset about his brother because it was proven that it was an accident. He
Oh yeah, that.
part. Yeah, but I remember because he spit in his face.
Did Bret Hart expect to win that night? Meaning,
Yeah, they told him he was going to win.
Oh, okay. Because I saw that Mr. McMahon doc probably a year ago or so. So I don't remember all the detail. That's good, George.
Hulk Hogan in that documentary. That was like the first time that Hulk Hogan, at least that I remember him like fully coming out and saying that, because like before in the past they'd always kind of like denied that was the case, and They just kind of like danced around it.
Lindsay, you're into wrestling, right?
Oh yeah.
So who do you side with on that one? Like McMahon or in the company, or
I mean, I think
Hitman?
it's crappy if they told him that he was going to win and he thought he was going to win, and then they just changed it at the last minute. But at the same time, if they knew he was leaving, I can see why they did it for business. You know, you don't want to let a guy leave with the title.
I think that either Ireland or maybe Billy Mack told me this years ago, and part of it is just like that's what the money's for, you know. This would be the message to Brett, and I get that it was a script. But look, man, this is you don't make the decisions about who wins in this situation. Sorry,
right? Yeah,
you know.
By the way, this is why I can't get Sedano to watch Reacher because he's busy watching Mr. McMahon documentaries.
Are the producers of Reacher paying you?
I just think it's a great show.
I mean, me recommending The Wire to you is not some crazy take. Like, it's kind of understood to be.
I don't know anyone who loves Reacher more than Cappy. Even Reacher doesn't love Reacher as much as Cappy.
Yeah, you want him to watch Reacher like as much as you probably wanted to get a yes when you asked your
Cappy,
first time you asked a girl out.
There's so many like sports docs on Netflix or sports series on Netflix that I want to watch. I may even watch Receiver, Cappy.
Oh wow! But I did tell you that Reacher is a sports show. It's an MMA show.
Yeah, but it just kicks ass.
But just answer the question. What is it that you like about it more than anything else?
Okay, Mike. No, you're asking a good question, but it's the wrong question.
Can we do it after Radio Tinder?
We can.
I just have
sorry.
one
Go ahead. Hold on.
Right, go ahead.
I have one good one. Okay, so Angels manager Ron Washington has banned Angels players from using their cell phones while they're at their locker and in the clubhouse. So Washington says that he wants the guys to interact with each other more and bond a little better. So, like, face-to-face interaction, guys. Do you think that this policy is going to last the whole season? Swipe left or swipe right?
Hell no.
No.
Come on, man. First of all, where these guys are communicating, Cappy, as you know, as a millennial, they're communicating with each other on their phones.
Right.
That's how they're talking to each other. If you take the phones out, they're just going to sit there and like fall asleep or something.
Yeah.
No.
They got a team text group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so funny that because this sounds like what we were talking about earlier in the week with Rich Rodriguez, the coach at West Virginia.
TikTok dancing?
He says no TikTok dancing because you guys are going to look soft. Ron Washington, here's the problem with this policy. It's an old guy manager working with young guy players.
Real old guy, too.
Right. So this is a guy who maybe
How old
doesn't.
is he, Lindsay? Like 70-something?
Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah, but that's the problem here is the generation gap. Is you have an old guy manager who doesn't use his phone the same way young ball players do use their phone.
Right.
So if he's 75, and I'm just
72.
making up 72, and you're communicating to a kid who's 24, so when Ron Washington says to Mickey Moniak, can't use your phone, kid. The kid's like, "What are you talking about, man? I'm tweeting, I'm Instagramming, I'm talking to my wife. What's the problem here, Skip?"
And he says things like Bill Belichick, like, I don't face tweet or Instabook or whatever he said, you know?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to last.
I don't think it'll last. I think it'll be interesting to see, like, if it just falls apart immediately or if nobody follows along, just like how if it just goes away. You know what I mean? Like the follow-up on this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I totally get the reason behind it, and I think it's nice. It's like you're in his mind, right? This is going to be a way that guys can bond more, but it's always difficult to judge the younger generations and how they're communicating relative to how we do. And man, that sucks saying that sentence now. It makes me feel old. But George, I don't know if you do this, if you have this thought with your kids sometimes and like their friends, and trying to police how they communicate. It's tricky. Like I try to make myself back out of that as much as I can, but it's difficult sometimes.
Yeah, I think with kids, it's just like you have to try to be. You have to be like diligent enough to watch over what's transpiring, but also giving them enough space to still be individuals. So it's not. It's a tough line to toe, is what I would say.
Well, good luck to Skipper Washington.
Yeah.
Because when his players no longer listen to him and they go, well, what are you going to do to us? What are you going to do? Suspend me? Fine me? Come on, man.
That's what I'm interested in. Like, will they just respect
Come on,
him?
Andy.
Come on, Andy.
Will they like hide it at their front, or will they just outright disrespect them, like right in front of him, or like how's this going to work? That's what I'm interested in. Yeah. I think it'll be funny.
Based on this, I'm predicting he doesn't make it to the halfway point of the season.
I'm kind of with you, Cap. Kind of with you.
Good call,
all right. Last one here. So, Aaron Rodgers.
Did you do these during Mason in Ireland, by the way?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just curious.
She actually told me earlier today she kept away the good stuff from Mason.
Okay, good. Good for you.
Why did you say that on the air, Cap? Now they're going to get mad at me. And
Oh,
I still
who
have to go
cares?
back tomorrow.
They know.
Okay.
I mean, they traded you, so you
That's
shouldn't
true.
give them the good
Right.
stuff.
Exactly. I mean, I am
this is
your
your
producer.
squad now. That's right.
I told Greg, I'm happy to fill in for him and Laura.
How come Greg's not filling in?
I don't know.
He got big business to do.
I
now.
mean, he has big business. I mean,
He's
he
the
can't just
boss.
sit in on his old show for a few minutes.
Busy thinking of ways to screw Cappy.
And not get you emails, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's too busy fighting about that with the Lakers, right? Okay, so other one I've got here is Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, still has not signed with any team, and now people are wondering, okay, so what's the move for him here? Is he going to retire? And if he does, there's a report from Front Office Sports about whether or not if Rodgers retires, that he may be interested in an analyst job. Front Office Sports said that they spoke with multiple sources at multiple NFL media partners as well as agents to gauge his prospects, and there was a little interest in Rodgers saying, yeah, he could be a great analyst, but he's insufferable. Another one warned that he needs an image rehab. So, do you guys think that Aaron Rodgers has any hope of like any post-football career in the media?
I mean, listen, he could go to like a place like Barstool or something like that. Gruden is doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
tell you what, man.
Exactly. I think in the age of the internet, I mean, could he go to like the NFL Network or like, you know, NBC or CBS or Fox or ESPN? Probably not. I think that they mostly probably feel like the way you described.
He's insufferable. He's insufferable. That's a great quote.
He has become insufferable. He really has. You know, and it started back in the Green Bay days, probably 2 or 3 years
At
before
the end
he left.
there, yeah.
Yeah, like every year he's, giving everybody a hard time. This I don't show up for mini camp kind of stuff.
Speaking of giving a hard time, you mean like the Sedano and Kap show was trying to get him out of the Vikings just to try to mess with me.
I wasn't.
Put me in a bad mood until I had to tell you all no, and then thankfully the Vikings agreed.
They told him to take a hike.
Even then, it's like, there's all these teams that were supposedly talking to him, and, the Steelers or the Vikings or the Giants, and, like, he still hasn't signed with anybody because he's just taking his good old time and just doing his own thing. I'm sure we'll find out later he was in, like, Egypt or on his, darkness retreat. I don't know. That's why he missed training camp.
Oh,
ayahuasca.
That one time,
Is that what it's called, Cappy?
He's
I don't know.
probably
Ayahuasca in Egypt? Really?
No, those are two different things.
Oh.
Yeah. Two different things. But they were both, he missed time for both reasons.
No, he does. He needs to desperately rehab his image. He has become unlikable. I mean, that's why a guy like Tom Brady can immediately step into the booth and get $35 million a year because, generally speaking, he's respected as the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL. But more than that, he's generally a likable guy.
Question, Cappy, since you like this kind of stuff. Tom Brady, if you take away, like, the likability factor out of it and just, like, how they communicate and, like, how well they can convey, like, the game to others, do you think that if you take away that showmanship part, do you think that Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady would be a better analyst?
I would say still I'd go with Brady.
Okay.
I haven't seen enough of Rodgers to know if he'd be good at it. Like, here's the thing. I think that if I were grading Tom Brady in the booth this year, it'd probably be like a C+. It doesn't mean he can't be a B+ next year and maybe eventually be an A, get an A. But, he's got a long way to go. People don't realize in the booth is hard. Okay, it is, as someone who has been on both sides, in the studio, in some capacity, and on games, it's way harder to do games because you have to be able to react instantaneously and be able to have an incredible recall for stuff, individuals' names, storylines, stats, all sorts of stuff. And I'm not saying timing, and I'm not saying that there aren't people to help you with that stuff, but you still have to be able to deliver it in a timely fashion. Whereas in the studio, it's a more relaxed setting. There's a finite amount of time that you're doing it. You're sitting there for 2-3 hours, maybe longer in some of these cases, on a game. It's not easy. So me saying he did a C+ job, or I would have given him a C+, is not even a knock because most guys in their first year are not C+ guys.
George, for your analyst, do you find that think that the role of the analyst is more difficult in the NFL or college football than it is in the NBA from what you've seen, or is it just different?
I'd say it's just different. Okay. First of all, it's a longer game, so let's start with that. So I do think there is even almost like a mental fatigue that goes into it. For football, that if you haven't done it, right, like, man, this is a long-ass game. And I think that, but there is more, I would say it's different because basketball flows. And football is so much more rhythmic. You know what I mean? It's like first down, you get, the play happens, finish. Okay, here's the analysis. All right, now here's the next play. You know what I mean? Like, whereas with basketball, it can free flow for a while. Like you really have to kind of.
And soccer's the extreme of that, where you're free flow 45 minutes straight.
Correct.
Right, with no breaks. At
Yeah,
all.
so it's each sport's a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I actually think you would think people are going to assume I'm knocking him at grading him a C+. Like actually, that's a good job for your first year. It's not what I would consider $37 million worth in year one. But I mean, what the hell do I know?
Yeah, well, it's also year one on Team A. You know what I mean? They didn't exactly work him into it.
And by the way,
I was a big star.
I was fairly critical of the fact that like you should put him on these preseason games. I know he was there doing like sim games. Put him on the air. It's different when you're actually on the air. Now, look, I think he'll get better because he's kind of proven throughout his history that he will get better at stuff and he will take it seriously, and he has taken it seriously. And it's about delivery and timing and all those other things. And once you've done something once, most people that put the work in will get better with the reps.
Not only that, but say in 10 years' time, if he's still doing it, then he'll also be removed from some of that not wanting to critique the guys that he knows as much.
The anxiety, the angst of I played against that guy or whatever, or even with him.
And then you get more of the directness, and I think he did fine, and he'll do better.
By the way, you know who's great at that now? Like, I mean,
Aikman?
Oh my God, Aikman unleashes on dudes.
F.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
It's why he's the best football analyst, because he will unload. Hell, he unloaded on Jerry Jones not too long ago last year.
Yeah, he
like,
doesn't care anymore.
He's so awesome. Like, he's great.
About the desirability of the job of the Cowboys.
Right? Remember,
good.
You didn't catch it in real time, and then we played it on the air. You were like, whoa. Yeah, it was awesome. Hey, Dr. Clapper's awesome. We're going to talk to him next.
All right. Hey, before we do, let me just say this. It's now 4:50 p.m. About 5 weeks ago or so, maybe even less. Man, by now, it was freaking pitch black outside. But you know what? The sun is staying out longer. Seems like everything's starting to warm up. We're now into spring. So summer's right around the corner, and here in Southern California, we are all about chill, which means we love our sports, our teams, our hikes, our beaches, our recreation, our activity, our lifestyle, and throw in all of that with an icy cold Coors Light. The website, CAChooseChill.com. That's CAChooseChill.com. You can pick up an icy cold Coors Light right near you, or you can even have it delivered today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more about Icy Cold Coors Light 2025, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, and as always, celebrate responsibly.
The LA Kings' quick 2-game road trip continues tonight in Chicago after having their 5-game win streak snapped earlier this week in Minnesota. But the Kings' power play is starting to show more signs of improvement.
Kempe near corner, scans, back for Kuzmenko, up top, Fiala shoots, it's blocked on a one-timer. Doughty holds it in, feeds it to his left, along the wall, Fiala creeps in, cross-ice pass, Kempe, score! Adrian Kempe with a rocket from the near circle. It's a power play goal for LA, and with 15:01 to play in the first period here in Minnesota, it's 1-0 LA.
Tonight, it's the Kings and the Chicago Blackhawks. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 5:30 Pacific on the all-new ESPN LA app.
To find out what the line is on that game, George. You know what that line is?
It's probably Duke by 1 million in the first game.
Okay, I'm going to take whoever they're playing, Mount St. Mary's, America, whoever they're playing. I'm taking them to cover the million.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough.
And is Cooper Kupp okay?
Cooper Kupp seems fine.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
They got a steal. That guy's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's interesting? I would love to know both of your thoughts. Let's pretend Cooper Flagg now doesn't do so great in the March Madness. He's making $4.8 million from NIL. The only person making more than him is Arch Manning, who's making $6.5 million.
Wow.
Ironically, Ed O'Bannon's lawsuit may be the best thing for college basketball because now he doesn't have to be tortured by going to the Washington Wizards with the number 1 pick. A guy like him may want to stay an extra year in college. What do you think?
Nah, you go, man. You go when you can go, Doc. I'm not buying that one.
but
You're signing
we
like
had
a 4-year, $90 million deal. Yeah, no.
You go when you can go.
But we did have this conversation about the women, how Juju Watkins.
Well, they
is
have
making,
to stay. Yes.
Right, is making like $760,000 in NIL at USC, but her salary in the WNBA, should she be able to go or when she goes, is only like $75,000.
Yeah, it's like 10% or 15% of that. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, good.
Freddie Freeman, Doc. What do we know about Freddie Freeman in this rib situation?
This is the same injury he had last year, and they're calling it scar tissue. So let me give you a clap revision about why this is such a problematic injury, because it's a rib. And here's a clap revision. Pretend you're looking at a bird cage. North-south, you can see how the direction of the ribs go. They're north-south. Well, take the bird cage and turn it 90 degrees so that they're horizontal now. The ribbing is horizontal. And now combine this with an accordion player. That's how you collapse and expand the bird cage. That's your rib cage. It's the key is the muscles that attach to the ribs are responsible for throwing, batting, and breathing. So the serratus anterior, which attaches to the rib cage, keeps your shoulder blade in check. Well, you need that to lift your arm above your head. Pec major and pec minor. You need that to be able to throw. You need that to be able to bat. And that intercostal muscles, that are muscles in between the ribs, that's what expands and compresses your rib cage. It is a painful injury. You don't need surgery, but this is something that is going to be haunting him for a while.
Dr. Robert Clapper, thank you so much for the time, as always. I'm sorry we're short here. Cappy just wouldn't stop yapping in the last segment is really the problem.
No, actually, if we go back and we analyze the film, George is winning time of possession.
Come on, Dr. Clapper. You know the drill. You know the deal. You listen to this show.
We all love the show, and I'll see you tomorrow at Steve Mason's party.
All right, excellent. Can't wait. All right.
All right.
There it is, the great Dr. Clapper.
How are you?
How are you, Cappy? Cappy, tell us about your friends at Real Father's Rights.
I would love to. Hey, guys, listen, are you currently dealing with a child custody issue? Are you dealing with a child support problem? Are you in the process of a divorce? Are you thinking to yourself, gosh, I think I'm going to get divorced. I better talk to Mark Real and Real Father's Rights. God forbid you're dealing with a domestic violence issue. When I say it, I mean, it might be not you. It might be your partner, or even a restraining order, which is a massive, massive headache, okay? Listen, we are Real Father's Rights. We want to help the dads. Ladies, don't take offense to it. It's just, here's the deal. When it comes to child custody in particular, more often than not, the data says that the courts favor the female more so than the male. So, guys, if you are feeling sidelined in your kid's life, we are here to help to get you the justice that you deserve. We are Real Father's Rights. We can help you in L.A., OC, IE, SD, and here is our number that is dedicated just to ESPN 710 listeners, 833-ESPN 710, 833-ESPN 710. Our dedicated website, Real Father's Rights, RFR710.com. That's RFR710.com. Guys, if you need us, we're here to help. We are Real Father's Rights. Let's get real with Mark Real and Real Father's Rights.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at HIMSS.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to HIMSS.com/joy. That's HIMSS.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland.
Turn it up, man.
Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing. Thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit RFR710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack.
Beep-ba-da-bop. Doom-da-da-bop. Ding-da-da-bop.
Hit it, Trudell. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, you broke there a little bit. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, man. Hit that note.
I was trying
yeah, Michael Trudell.
I was trying to get up there.
Yeah, careful. Don't want to strain your voice before tonight.
You know, we need Cappy to do my job for me tonight.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of talk show, I presume, in this game today at some point.
Look, you never know, man. It's the NBA. Stuff happens. I try not to think too hard.
Humberto, ven. Get in here.
Vámonos, way.
Yeah, come on in, Beto.
Yeah.
Rapido.
Beto, shut up. You had to hear Beto yesterday, George, when you left and Mike left.
Yeah.
Beto was like, Cappy, shut up. Beto, shut up.
What up, Cappy? I miss you.
Oh, brother, I'll see you tomorrow. Now, wait a second. Now, quick timeout here. George, 22nd.
Yeah.
22nd.
Yep.
Let me tell you this.
That's 2 minutes.
So, Beto is refusing to go to Mason's party tomorrow night? Is this a true story?
Yeah, I don't like you.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Wait, this is about me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh,
I love how DeAndre just cracks up when he says that.
Oh, my God, then I won't go. I want you to go.
Okay, then how about neither of us go and we'll have our own party in Venice?
Well, wait, who's gonna hang out at the hotel then?
I'll be me, Cappy.
Yeah, so from what I'm told, Beto, the hotel that I've booked has a really popular
bar,
rooftop bar.
Rooftop, yeah.
And a lot of people are asking me if they can come meet pre-Mason party so we can
pre-party.
I'll go to that. I'll go to the pre-party.
We'll do a little warming up over at my place.
Yeah, no, Cappy, you know I love you, man. Anything that Cappy is involved with, I'm there. The mayor of Del Mar. No, I got previous engagements.
Oh, wow.
Wow, bigger than Mason's 60th, huh?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's as simple as that. I might make a late appearance, but then by that time, going up to
Michael's
Venice,
making a late appearance.
Yeah,
Well,
after Race was asleep. I'll pick you up.
I have to be in Orange County, where after the kids got out of school, and so I probably won't get back to my house until around 8 or so.
Yeah, by that time,
get the kids down at 9, and then go up and maybe get there by 10.
Yeah.
Is my plan.
And
so
everybody's gonna be lit by then. You don't want to be lit. You don't want to be the sober guy around those.
I may
people.
bring a really nice bottle of wine
I'll
since
go
it's
now.
Mason's 60th birthday.
No, but I thought he said don't bring gifts.
No, but for us,
yeah. See, that's the Latino.
he
way.
doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. He can't appreciate wine. We did that wine tasting here, and he thought $2 Chuck was Camus.
But no, Cappy, I'm gonna try my best to get there.
Michael's bringing a bottle too.
If my stuff gets done early, then I'll go. If I can't, well, hey, I'll make sure.
Okay.
I mean, then I can hear the recap on Monday, anyways.
That's true. Beto, last night I was listening to the postgame show.
Appreciate the support, Cappy.
I was as well, actually. By the way, I have a funny story to tell you after this segment. It's not for air.
Seemed like the Laker fans last night were very pleased with what they had seen and what they are seeing.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of positivity last night in the postgame show.
Yeah, except for salty Funch over there. And that's about
Funchie's still salty?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
He thinks the team's still in shambles.
And Beto airs them out.
Yeah.
Beto just airs them out to everybody. In fact, you know what Beto does? Beto actually tells people to stay on hold. Beto tells people to stay on hold so that they can coach Funchie off air.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Why don't you yell at Funchie? Stay on the line and then yell at Funch. And Funch answers the phone.
I
What?
love how Funch goes back and forth with them. I do love how Funchie goes as before the callers get on the air. I've seen it. And just by the way, Michael, you worked with Funch for a long time. Have you heard DeAndre's fake Funch?
Oh.
No.
Oh, hold on. DeAndre, you got to do fake Funch for Mike.
Wait, hold on. DeAndre, here it is.
Wait, Funchie, where are you going?
No.
He's getting his headphones.
He's getting headphones. So, pretend you're Funch, because DeAndre's been working the postgame with us lately, right?
Yeah.
Hey, why is this team in shambles? DeAndre, they're not in shambles. Stop.
I mean, look, man, they're hurt, man. Look, they're gonna fall to the 7th seed, man. They're gonna fall in the play-in, man. They're gonna fall in the play-in. They're gonna fall in the play-in. Hold on, I gotta get this call. Hold on. I gotta get this call. Hold on.
That's a pretty good Michael Funches right there.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, hold on. Save for there, man. Hold on.
It's because you guys are casually cool and everything. You know?
there he is.
I got some,
Wait, is that DeAndre or Funch? The best is, Cappy, you'll love this, because when you're taking calls in the postgame and you're trying to listen what the caller is saying, Funch will get upset with certain callers, and he'll be in my ear. Hang up on this guy. Hang up on this guy.
Oh my goodness! There's times that I can't even talk on air. There's times I can't even talk on air at Beto because Funches is yelling at the caller
in the background.
No, but we're having a good time on the postgame, Cappy. We get people from all over the country calling us. We have a good vibe, good energy, and I appreciate you listening.
What were the drunk guys on the boat?
Oh, that's my boy JJ. So JJ lives on a boat in Belmont Shore. And JJ, since the season has started, has told everybody.
JJ from Belmont Shore.
He's like, yeah, baby, we're all right. He has a tab at Legends
Hey,
on Second
Beto.
Street. Yeah.
He calls him Beto.
Yeah, but JJ can do whatever he wants. But he always comes and says, hey, just breathe, baby. Just breathe. The Lakers are going to be all right.
Just breathe, Cappy.
Yeah, I know.
He's your kind of guy, Cappy.
Hey, Funchie, I got to tell you, last night on the postgame show, I was listening on the radio. Actually, I was listening on the ESPN LA app, and then I switched over to the YouTube portion of the show. And when Funchie wears his glasses, Beto, he looks so smart.
Yeah, he does.
I am smart.
No, I'm not saying you're not smart. I'm just saying that you look smart when you wear your glasses.
Look smarter.
Smarter.
Yeah.
That's
I'm here.
exactly right. I know you are.
Hey, Funch has become a celebrity now.
Is he? Because of your Beto Vision Instagram?
My Instagram, when I harass him. And everybody thinks we're acting. We're not. I just find the spot when he's all wound up.
Yeah.
Again, so I went and dropped off my truck to Leo at Active Collision.
Yeah.
And his wife says, oh, my God, I love Funch. I want to meet him.
There you go, Funch.
There you go.
You're a celebrity.
Beto, you're such a bully, though. You're really a bully to me in these videos.
Yeah.
That makes him, you know what that makes him, Funchie? Funchie, that makes him a cyber bully.
But I tell him, like, Funch, you know who loves the Instagram? Because Funch doesn't have Instagram. Funch's wife has Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And she's
follows,
always like, oh, this is
keeping tabs on me through Beto.
So I've been bringing him like my meal preps, and the other day he's like, I don't want it, I don't want that. And she's like, he's been in such a bad mood. Feed him, please. So after the game,
no, don't say this. No,
say
no,
it. Say it. No, now say it. Now you got to say it.
After the game on Saturday,
Why are you doing
don't be
like
doing this.
Beto?
No,
so after the
say
game
it.
on
Don't be
Saturday,
putting this on me.
Cappy,
Yeah, say it.
Let's just say last week, Indian Wells, tennis, Prize Picks, oh baby. We had a good time, right? So I have a bunch of money. I'm going to take care of my producer. I told Funchy.
Get out of here.
Let's go to Mastro's.
No.
I got you, Funch. Butter cake. I got it. It was a good week on Prize Picks.
If
Basketball
you really wanted
sucked.
me to go,
Tennis was really good.
We would have won.
And I went by myself.
Exactly.
Why didn't you go to Mastro's with him?
He didn't want me to go. What?
Oh.
He saw me in the parking lot and just said, bye.
Yeah, okay. Pre-game, I was like, Funch, I did the video. We're going to go to Mastro's. He's like,
No, I was ready to go.
Post-game?
Had to blessing my wife and everything.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did.
Is that why you went straight to your car?
No, I was waiting for you.
Oh, okay. I went to Mastro's, sat by myself at the bar, took care of me, got me the butter cake.
Okay, hold on. We're hearing two different stories here, Cappy. Okay.
So, Funchy, what is your version of the story?
My version of the story is Beto asked me to go, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. I was resisting the whole time, and then I finally said, I'll go.
Oh,
then,
wait. You left a key part of the conversation now when you said you resisted the whole time.
I resisted the whole
end.
time, yes.
What are you, playing hard to get?
Yes, I am.
The Mastro's right here.
Well, that is a lot of time
Convention
to
Center.
spend with Beto, at the restaurant.
But also, these guys know here, and I tell
He's
all
paying, though.
I tell all the kids in the back.
It's a good meal.
I buy dinner here all the time for the kids. I
right.
bring stuff, and I always make sure, hey, when you guys become part of the talent, you guys pay it back forward.
Right.
You pay it forward. Make sure you guys take care of the people that take
Right.
care of you. So I was going to take care of my boy.
Right.
But he was being like,
get out of here.
He was being
He's like, nah, man, I don't want to go to Masters, man. No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Hey, oh, you know what? Hey, there were some of the kids in the back that heard me say, I'm going to Mastro's, Funch.
And then you said we didn't go.
I did.
Wow.
I was ready to go.
Wow. The Mastro's
I passed by
controversy.
you. I walked
And
right
then
by
you said,
get out.
But Funchy, I don't seem to understand. If Beto has a big day on Prize Picks with tennis at Indian Wells,
It was a big week, Cappy. Get it right. Big week.
big week, and then he invites you to Mastro's. Why would you not say?
I just feel
Yeah,
bad
why would you
immediately.
push
Can I
back
just
early
say,
on?
Can I say something? I felt funny having Beto spend a lot of money on me. How about that?
But if he's willing.
Funch, you're so sweet.
Well, yeah. I mean, Beto wants to take me out to McDonald's. I'm fine with that. But,
Funch.
Aw.
I spend a lot of money on people not as cute as you. Don't worry about it.
By the way, Drew tweets in Sedano and Cap Circle of Trust can confirm Michael Funches always hangs up on me.
Hey, that's like the call, man.
I mean, jeez, have a better call, man.
Oh, by the way, Cappy, at Mastro's, I sat at the bar. I met the bar manager. Guess what she does?
Guess what she does?
She's the bar manager.
Beyond that, yes.
Yeah.
She listens to 710.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everybody listens to 710. So now, Cappy, you need a reservation at Mastro's. We got you.
Look at that, Cappy.
I got the lady.
I'll go with Cap this time. I'll go with you, Beto.
Cappy needs 8 tables, though, is the problem.
She'll take care of it. Oh, she's a huge 710 fan.
But I'm surprised, though, Funchy, that given every morning how consistent you are in sending texts alerting us to your leg day workout.
What leg
that
day?
Oh, yeah. Had a leg day this morning.
I mean, Beto, he barely
That's
fits
right.
in his skinny jeans. He
That is
barely
right.
fits in those
Size
things.
30.
That
Yeah,
is right.
no leg day
Quads are
going on.
popping like
Oh, no, he's
Quadzillas.
dude, he's
Cappy's
working the
in Pittsburgh.
Quadzillas, right? He's working the Quadzillas. He's working the hamsters.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
he's working the whole thing. So, Funchy, I would think that a big old thing of protein would be good for you at Mastro's.
I would have got the tomahawk, and I would have made Beto mad at me.
No.
Wait, you're not allowed to call it that anymore, remember?
What?
The tomahawk?
Why?
Remember, Cappy, we're not allowed to call it that, or is that just there?
No, we were out at Yamava one day, and they
We're
said
told
they
not to call it that anymore.
right. They brought this giant tomahawk steak, and then they were like, "Yeah, that's not a nice thing to say."
Oh, at Yamava. Yeah,
I get it.
Of course.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
Well, the butter cake was jamming.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
The vice president of the Handsome Man community says this is a top-tier bromance between Beto and Funchy.
I've known him over 20 years. We started in a station together. We were getting yelled at
He
by...
trained me.
Yeah.
He trained me on
All
the
right,
board.
Funchy, so why do you think the Lakers are in shambles, he says?
Injuries. LeBron's out.
He doesn't buy into the Luka by himself part right now.
Yeah, I just
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. No, that's crazy. Because you said that. I actually feel comfortable with knowing that.
I do,
You said-
but I don't like Luka being alone. It's just the Dallas Mavericks again. we need to be full squad.
But that is crazy because
Rui's hurt.
we were just
Rui's hurt, DeAndre. Rui's hurt.
we were just talking about
He's
it.
not coming back for a while. I don't know what's wrong with him.
What's wrong? And then he throws in, what's wrong with you people?
Okay, hold on.
He's
Let
coming back
DeAndre
soon.
finish. Go.
Hold on.
He's coming back
Because he told me, he's all like, I actually feel a lot more comfortable with Luka, with
Hey,
LeBron.
say it in the Funchy voice.
He's like, look, man, I actually feel comfortable, with Luka, and compared to AD.
of
If AD was to play without
out
LeBron, I wouldn't trust that. But with Luka, I do trust that. I trust that a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, if AD is out there with this team, you would, you're kind of like, I don't know. But then Luka, you got a chance to win every night.
Michael?
I'm just thinking I should have put Funchy in a more prominent spot when he was our producer.
Right.
We should
Right.
have.
He's missed out on all this talent.
Summer of Funch.
I mean, this is an untapped talent.
He's Trudell and friends right now.
It's like he had a lot of responsibilities with just like the music.
I had to
which
deal with
was
Michael,
great.
too.
Yeah, dealing with Michael was hard. But,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
there's-
a job, too.
I did a
24/7
lot of that
job.
myself, obviously, but I feel like I missed out on a lot of.
We
and
miss
I'm
you,
I'm
Funch.
glad
We
to see
miss
how
you
much
on our
Funch
I mean,
show.
you don't understand. Summer of Funch here on Sedano and
It's a
Cap
thing.
is always a fun thing.
Summer
It's a
of
thing.
Funch.
He
Yeah.
wants to go in the
Last
streets.
couple of years been
Yeah.
Summer of
Yeah.
Funch.
Funch
on
He
the
joins
streets.
us on the show.
Yeah.
Funchy on the streets
Every
is one of
day.
my
We
favorite
sent him out
things.
to get lottery tickets.
Yeah.
What was the other
Sushi.
one?
Oh, yeah, it was worth $1 billion.
We sent him,
that
sent him
time.
out for sushi.
We went to the liquor store to get some drinks. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Funch on the street. Oh, down to Luca's car.
Yeah.
Right.
When Luca, his first game.
Luka Mobile.
Yeah.
Hey, Cappy, you'll like this one the other night when the Lakers did well in Denver, even though they lost. Funchy was hanging up. It's a moral victory. Is this what you guys are doing?
Well,
Is
yeah,
this what
because
you're doing?
Hey,
You know what, Funchy? I'm with you, dog.
Sedano, Trudell, people were saying it was a good loss. What's a good loss?
I'm
What
with you,
is a
Funchy.
good
There's no good loss.
There's no
I don't
good,
care.
There's no such thing as a good loss.
Wow.
It's still a loss.
You mean
Right,
to tell
it's a
me?
loss.
You mean to tell me Denver at full strength and the Lakers as a wounded?
No, Cap.
No,
A loss is a loss.
Really?
It's an L.
It's
an L.
And covering the 15.5 points, that's a good loss.
It's one in the loss column.
Yeah, but covering the 15.5, that's pretty good.
Well, I mean, as a gambler, yes, but I mean,
Funchy, you don't,
As far as the Lakers fans
you
concerned.
don't sound like you're in a place where you want to hear this, but sometimes a loss like that can increase the likelihood that you win the next game.
Get him, Funch.
It
Get him.
motivates-
No, Trudell.
It motivates
No.
the guys on the team. But
No.
Okay.
loss is a loss.
Well, why do you say that, Trudell?
Well,
Yeah, rack 'em.
let's
to
I
the
think
jungle.
let's rack Funchy again. I should be talking less. So go ahead, Funch.
A loss is a loss, Trudell. Any loss is
I'm
a
with you,
loss.
Funchy.
And there's no such thing as a good loss. A bad loss. It's a loss.
You know who likes moral victories? The Charlotte Hornets, not the Los Angeles Lakers.
Wow.
You know, one time, a very smart former baseball manager of the Gardos once said to me when a reporter asked him if a loss was a good kick in the pants for them, and he said, no loss is good for nothing.
Can I just say one thing? Now that I can see everything that's going on here, let's just reset this, George. You ready?
Are we leaving Trudell?
No.
Michael's
George,
got it
Me too. I'm out of here.
George,
See you, Michael.
we got me,
Yeah.
you, Beto, Funchy, Lindsay, DeAndre, Trudell leaving, and I even see Mario.
Oh, yeah,
leaving.
Mario's
Mario,
here.
Mario, Mario, Mario.
Now,
Come on in.
Mario,
get it. There'll be
Mario,
three of us.
I'm
Let's
so
go.
glad. I'm so glad you're here today, Mario, because I have to tell you what happened to me last
Wait,
night.
let him put his headphones on.
Yeah,
Hang on.
let me get Mario in here
This
and
is
say.
like 2002.
He's gotta put his
ESPN,
headphones, Cappy. Hold on.
11-10. Me, Mario, and Funch started in 2002 back at on La Cienega right here.
Yes.
All right,
go.
here
All
comes
All right, Cappy,
Mario.
he's got his headphones
All
on.
right, here comes Mario.
But
Mario,
if
first
you
of
just
all,
noticed right now, me and Mike kind of did like a soccer handshake
Yeah.
mixed with the basketball handshake.
yeah.
Because you know the soccer players go like this, right? You know the soccer handshake.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
He's got two cups. Yeah.
he's
So
leaving.
the soccer handshake is just like this.
Yeah.
Right? Soccer players do that.
Yeah.
But then on the basketball court,
They bring it in.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
and hug it
So you did like a
up.
half bring it in.
Right.
He knew.
Right.
Trudell knows what's up.
He knows ball.
He does
yeah,
indeed. Mario, first
What's
of
up,
all,
Kat? What were
was
we
goody
saying?
was goody. You know, I always like to greet you with my favorite phrase. Was goody was goody. People laugh at me when I use that phrase, and I'm like, my friend Mario uses it all the time, and he's cool as hell. So don't tell me that's not cool.
Look, I'm the only one that uses it. I didn't use it because somebody else used
it's a
it.
Mario
No,
thing.
I just make it up. I
Right.
also say, like, instead of like what's goody, I say, hey, what's upper? What's upper?
What's up, Cappy?
What's
Okay.
upper?
Okay,
You
I
can
haven't
use
taken that one yet.
See how that goes for you, but I doubt it's going to work for you either. It's just it's operator error.
Yeah.
It's operator error.
I get it. Believe me. Oh, Mario, you're not insulting me in the slightest bit. I get it. These are not my white buddies. These are my black friends. They're like, what's goody? What's goody? What are you talking about? I'm like, that's my friend Mario. He told me that was cool. So Mario, last night
what's up?
I had a conversation about you last night.
Okay.
Let me tell you what happened. So I was in the 7-10 suite watching the Laker game, but the Laker game became boring because the Lakers were just destroying Denver last night, right?
Of course.
So I decided, I think maybe now it's time for me, George, to go out and do a little schmoozing, right?
Okay, right.
I had to go do a little schmoozing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
This is
wanted
your
to go.
specialty.
I wanted to go visit one of our great partners, maybe one of the greatest partners
Jacob
that we have here
Imrani.
at 7, Jacob and Ronnie.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so I
Big
go to
LAFC fan. What up, Jacob?
So I go to Jacob's suite.
What's
I
goody, Jacob?
Was goody, was goody. I visit with Jacob. I visit with all of his sons, his beautiful wife, his amazing brother. I mean, I get into the whole familia, right?
Yep.
Who's in the suite? But Derek Fisher, D. Fish. I love D. Fish. I mean, back in the old school Shaq Kobe days, I loved Derek Fisher. He's one of my favorite guys, man. I love him.
Yeah,
so I had a chance to visit with D. Fish last night and bro down with him. We brought it in, the whole thing. But then, guess who was in the suite last night?
Can I guess?
Take a guess.
An LAFC player.
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah, because I know he always has LAFC players in there.
Right? But this is my guy.
Oh, your guy.
This is my guy.
Oh, I wasn't going to guess that one.
Yep.
I was going to guess a new player.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Timmy was in there.
Timothy Tillman was in the house last night.
He's your guy?
He's my guy.
Timmy has no clue who.
Oh, no, wait a second. It's Mario. Now, it's funny you say that.
Okay,
so,
let me hear.
So Jacob says, yo, Timmy, hey, you remember Cap? We were there last year up in the 710 suite. And, of course, he had this glazed look on his eye like, no, I have no idea who this guy is. No, zero, right? And so I tell him, I go, yo, bro, you don't seem to understand something, my dog. I'm like, I am your hype man. He's like, wait, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. I'm like, when I go on the air, I talk about you and me, best friends, and I'm your hype man. In fact, I went to the game last year. You were coming off of an injury, and then you got kind of banged up again in the first half. And he was like, oh, that's right. We were playing against whoever they were playing. And so Timothy Tillman now knows, Mario, that I am his main hype man. So he said to me, he goes, how come I don't see you at more games? He goes, you were with ESPN, right? I said, yeah. He goes, well, how about Mario? He actually brought you up to me, Mario. He said, why don't I see you hanging out with Mario? I said, you know what? I'm going to come to more games so that you see me hanging out with Mario. My boy Timothy Tillman was there
Mario
last night.
did invite me to a game a while back. I couldn't make it, unfortunately. But I listen, Mario, to his credit, he is always repping LAFC around here. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
So, Cappy, I feel like there's an open invite. Like, Mario doesn't need to invite you. If you want to go, you just tell Mario and he'll make it happen.
It's true. And, Mario, let me tell you something. There's a little bit
But not the Messi game, because you're going to want to go to the Messi game.
Game except for
you're going to want to go April 2nd, and that's the thing.
April 2nd.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, though, this is breaking news. We haven't been able to broadcast any of the CONCACAF Champions Cup games here on 710 ESPN because of legal issues.
Right.
But some way, somehow, LAFC made it happen, and we're going to broadcast that Messi game. Messi's going to be on 710
there you go.
on April 2nd.
Yeah.
And the following week, when LAFC goes to Inter Miami, we're going to be broadcasting both of those games and the rest of the tournament as long as LAFC goes.
Cappy, you know they play 2 games, and it's like aggregate, right? You understand what's happening there or no?
2 legs.
Don't aggregate me.
Okay, yes, exactly.
Hey, Cappy, you can get on the broadcast now.
Well, I mean, Dave.
Not for the Messi game, though.
Dave invites me into the booth and says, hey, come on in, be part of the halftime show.
Go in there and say, Timmy said I can be your partner.
Yeah, Timothy Tillman. And by the way, here's what I'm going to do, Mario. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
When I go to the next LAFC game with you, and I told Timothy Tillman that I am now his hype man, he was psyched about that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show him how much of a hype man I am for this kid.
Okay.
I'm going to do like blonde at the top of my hair.
Tips?
I'm going to do blonde tips.
Okay.
I'm going to do blonde tips.
Oh, no, please don't.
No, for real.
Please don't.
No,
For
please
real.
do. Please
no,
do.
I'm going to do it.
Get
I'm going
the
to do
puka
it.
shells while you're at it, bro.
You know, so I'm going to be like, yo, TT.
You got to let the fro grow back first.
I know. I did cut the fro.
Cut it down a little bit.
Cut it down. Yep.
Yeah. Then put the blonde tips on there. You'll be just like Timon.
I know. He's all right. That's my man right there.
Yeah. One of the most fashionable dudes on all of Black and Gold. That's a cool dude right there.
I'm going to text him right now. Just let him know that I need some hair product.
You like Cap? Who?
Yeah. I'm going to text him right now.
Cappy, it was a free-for-all here for about 25 minutes.
I loved it.
I was listening to the studio, and I just had to walk in and see what was going on in here.
There was a lot of commotion
There's
in
pandemonium in
here.
here. Like it usually is on
Well,
Sedano
you just
Kap.
heard like Funch was like billowing through like all of the soundproof windows and everything. He's like, no.
Yeah.
And Funch's fired up.
Yeah, I was in the other studio just recording my LAFC Plus podcast.
Yeah.
Shameless plug in there. Make sure you go check that out.
Get that.
LAFC Plus podcast.
I just texted Timothy Tillman. I just let him know, man. Just giving him all the hype, all the love.
Did you tell him you're talking to Mario, though?
I told him. Oh,
Okay.
you know what? I will. I will.
You got to make sure you include that. Because then he may remember.
Yeah.
Because you
He'll
had
be
the
like,
conversation
oh, yeah,
yesterday.
this guy.
Right.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, that guy. That's right.
All right. I'm going to tell him about our bromance.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Nicest dude. I love Timmy.
Timmy
Shout out to
is a
Timmy.
good man. And Jacob is just the best.
Yeah.
Because Jacob, he got Derek Fisher in the suite. He got Timothy Tillman in the suite. He got
He's
all
a
the big
connector, that
stars.
Jacob.
He is a connector.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Timmy's
was
living his best life out here in L.A. He's at every single event.
Yeah.
He's at every sporting event.
Yeah.
He's doing like as he should, as a
Yeah.
young, athletic,
Right.
dude in
Yeah.
L.A. Doing his thing, living his life.
Mario, while we got you in here, let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that Inter-Miami series that they're going to end up playing.
Yeah.
Just kind of break it down for us, like the strengths and weaknesses of what you see from them as LAFC tries to take care of them.
So LAFC right now just have a strong defense, real strong, probably the best defense in the entire league. Of course, the head coach of LAFC is Steve Trudell, legendary defender for the U.S. men's national team, probably one of the best defenders in U.S. history. So he's going to make sure that the LAFC defense is there, and that's what's been going on this year. Solid defense. The offense has been kind of slower because we got a lot of new guys coming in this year.
Right.
But last year, it was a slow start to the offense. Denis Bouanga got off to a slow start last year.
Right.
He's off to a slow start this year.
Yeah.
But they ended up winning trophies last year.
Right.
So I have a lot of patience for Trudell, what he's doing with the squad. We got a new guy, Cengiz Ünder from Turkey, and he's a great player. He's going to come in and help out Olivier Giroud. He's going to help out Denis Bouanga. Yeah, it's just a talented squad right now. And it's if anybody can go toe-to-toe, head-to-head against Inter Miami, it's the black and gold.
Right.
LAFC have a lot of star power, a lot of experience in tournaments. That's the thing is when you're in tournaments, they're different than regular season games. It's all about advancing one way or another. Somehow, some way, it doesn't have to be pretty, advancing to the next round. And when you guys got like Hugo Lloris, you got guys like that who've won World Cups. Olivier Giroud won World Cups. You got guys that have played in World Cups. That goes a long way, that experience, for sure.
And then on the other side, obviously Messi is incredible. We know what he's capable of doing.
Are we going to see Messi, though? Is
he going to play in either? Right.
He's banged up a little bit. They're taking it easy on him.
Right. I mean, he's getting there. He's like 37, 38 years old. Like, he's not a spring chicken anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, beyond that, what do you see from Inter Miami?
Well, they're loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, they win with or without Messi.
Right.
Last year, Messi was
Well, they
gone.
have three former stars, at the world level.
It's Barcelona B over there right now. And Mascherano, their new head coach, he's also from Barcelona, friends with all the guys.
Yeah.
And he's doing a great job. He took over for Tata Martino. Last year, great head coach. He won without Messi.
Right.
Mascherano's doing it this year. He's winning without Messi.
But that's the kind of pressure that Messi brings, that Tata Martino was let go. They lost to Atlanta United in the MLS playoffs, and they're like, he's out. He got to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pressure. So it's going to be fun. And Cappy, if you want to go, you're going to have to buy a ticket for this one. Sorry.
Really? This is April 2nd?
Yeah.
April 2nd, yeah.
I don't know.
Usually, we have tickets to give away and stuff.
Not
but
this one,
I
Cappy.
already heard back. No tickets for this one. We're not giving away any tickets.
Sorry, Cap.
That's all right. It's a Wednesday night.
He doesn't want tickets. He wants 8 field passes.
Right,
That's
8
what he
field
wants.
passes. That's what I need. Well, it's a Wednesday night, and I'm just taking a look here on Wednesday night.
Well,
what else is
maybe,
going
Cap,
on?
if you're the Falconer that day, you know what I'm saying? That's a way to get in,
Let's see here. The
There's
Angels
not
are
a
playing the
Lakers game.
Cardinals that day. The Padres are hosting the Gardos. The Dodgers are hosting Atlanta that day.
That's big. That's a good baseball game, too.
I got to make sure I put this on my calendar, April 2nd.
So I know Timmy, he always takes care of his guys. Like his boys.
Oh, there you go,
they're
Cappy.
always right there.
So you're good,
Okay.
Cappy.
Always.
Okay.
So this will be a test. Like, if you're really boys with Timmy,
right.
I mean, this will be a test. I don't
It
know.
will
Just
be.
ask him. Just ask him, Cappy.
It
See
will
how
be.
that goes.
I know. I'm
Where
gonna
do
have to,
you stand?
but I probably got to get the blonde tips before that.
Yeah,
you know?
probably.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, that might make him turn you away. Like, no.
It's
No
like this
Cappy.
weirdo.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Why do I get
And
this
by the way,
middle-aged white guy with trying to take my hairdo?
and by the way, Cappy, on April 2nd, we know what you can do on Prize Picks. You can make sure to get, a little LAFC action or maybe some Inter Miami action in your Prize Picks that day.
Yeah.
And again, shout out to Prize Picks. Sedano and Cap, the #1 Prize Picks show in sports radio in America, only because of you guys. So thank you for that and making this happen. It's the place to get sports action in the state of California. And here's the deal. It's as simple as more or less. So download that Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you $50 bonus. There's a stat for every individual player in every sport imaginable, and you go more or less on that stat, and you bundle them together, and you can win cold, hard cash.
So I have put out my prize picks on Twitter today. So for those of you that want to follow my picks, I've got a $20 5-pick flex play to win $200 tonight. I'm 2 for 2 right now. George, what's the name of the kid, the center from Auburn? That they
Janai Broom.
Okay, so I got him because he only needed to score half a point. That was kind of a free one for us. I had Luke Littler today, the dart-throwing phenom, who it was more than 4 180s thrown. He's threw 6. And then I'm pulling into a bunch of NBA tonight. I got Jimmy Butler for more than 5.5 assists. I've got, what's this kid's name? The center from Toronto whose name I can never pronounce?
Jakob Poeltl.
Poeltl.
Yeah.
There's somebody throw an R in that kid's last name. I've got him for more than 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I think I'm going to also get a little injury insurance because is Austin Reeves really not going to play tonight?
Yeah, it looks like he's not playing.
I had him in a special tonight.
Maybe
so.
you go Gabe Vincent today, Cappy. If you can remove Austin Reeves, I would go Gabe Vincent today.
Last time I played Gabe Vincent, he didn't do anything.
Well,
for
I'm
me.
just telling you, he's going to get a lot of minutes today because Austin's not. I mean, he gets good rotation minutes anyway, but he's probably going to start.
All right. Well, listen, download the Prize Picks app, use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, make a $5 play, get a $50 bonus, and let's all play together and let's all win together. And by the way, one last thing. Hey, if you've got really good picks, you share them with me. I'll play your picks.
There you go. Prize Picks. Run your game. Mario, thanks for hanging out, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Big deal or no deal. Next.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, NextGen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from NextGen. Call 833-3NEXTGen today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGen.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Lakers fans, we're so close to crowning the Lakers GOAT. Join us on March 24th between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. at Ralph's PCH in Long Beach, 6290 East Pacific Coast Highway, to celebrate the search of the greatest fan of all time. Enjoy special appearances from Lakers legends like Byron Scott and AC Green. Grab some delicious bites from the BB Go food truck and enter for a chance to win Lakers tickets. Plus, cast your vote on site with us at LakersGoFoat.com and receive an exclusive Lakers GOAT t-shirt. Don't miss out.
Sly Stone became an icon.
A Hulu original from Questlove.
Sly and the Family Stone. It can't be overstated how popular they were.
Variety calls Sly Lives, the definitive funk pop documentary.
He opened the portal, like, come this way.
Generations have been influenced by Sly.
RogerEbert.com raves. It's a sonic kick to the soul.
If you've been on this height in life and you stop, where's that energy go?
Sly Lives, a.k.a. The Burden of Black Genius. Now streaming on Hulu.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
Take a look at me.
I feel like your fat is less visceral.
Oh, really?
The LA Afternoon Takeover rolls on right now.
All right, big deal, no deal. Take it away, Linz.
Thanks, George. All right, guys. So,
What's goody?
what's goody? What's goody is that
What's uppy?
really.
What's upper?
Oh.
It's what? Yeah. See, you can't even get that right, Cappy.
Well, it was the
Come on,
first
get
time I
together.
heard it. First time I heard
First time I've heard it too.
it. I got to do better.
You do better. Please do better.
Do better, Cappy.
All right, so we have not mentioned this at all today on our show, but the Celtics are being sold to private equity firm co-founder Bill Chisholm for a record $6.1 billion.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So I feel like this is a very big deal, especially like at the amount here.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to kind of get your guys' thoughts on this. Tell me about it.
I mean, I think, first of all, it's one of the premier franchises in the sport, right? So, like, Lakers, Celtics are the two crown jewels of the sport, right? One's purple, one's green. And, so that, not that I'm saying Genie will sell the team, but if you're the Lakers, you're kind of looking at that and you're saying to yourself, well, that's our valuation will come in higher than that.
Of course. More.
Because it's Los Angeles and it's the Lakers. So, but it goes to show you what these things are worth, right? And it's why they get willed down to their family members. And if they do get sold, they go for insane prices. I remember people mocking Ballmer for paying $2 billion for the Clippers. Mm-hmm. That's a bargain now, because the expansion franchises, if and when they come online in Vegas and Seattle, they're going at least $4 billion, if not $4.5 billion.
Oh, well, I'm glad you mentioned Steve Ballmer, because Steve Ballmer changed pro sports, not just the NBA. He changed the valuation for pro sports because, as you recall, when Steve Ballmer bought the Clippers, he didn't say, well, I'll give you $1.5 billion. Steve Ballmer was the sort of billionaire that said, I don't want to have a negotiation. I'm going to write you a check for a number that's going to blow your mind.
Well, he had to do that because Donald also didn't want to give up the franchise, and Shelley kind of sold it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the league, right? Like, there was all that going on too.
I understand.
So there was
but what I'm getting at is that the number at the time was higher than the
insane.
valuation.
Yeah, it was way higher. Yeah.
So what happened is that when Ballmer
Ballmer probably had $2 billion in his couch cushions.
Right, dude, he wrote a personal check here. Like, this will clear. Just here, take the check.
Unlike Michael's money in Italy.
Right.
Yes.
So here's the thing, is that when you have a team like the Clippers sell for $2 billion, this is, I don't remember how many years ago it is, let's just call it 10 years, right? Then you have a team like the Carolina Panthers sell for $4 billion in a small town like Charlotte, North Carolina. Yes, it's an NFL team. George, your point is right on. If the Celtics sell for $6 billion and change, the Lakers are worth now $8 billion and change.
Maybe more.
And by the way, the Clippers, even though, they're not the Lakers, but they are in Los Angeles.
Ballmer's made twice as money.
Oh, more than twice.
Yeah.
Because
the arena now, too.
Exactly. So the Clippers now are probably a $6 to $7 billion asset that Ballmer has, and that's more than tripled what he paid when people thought he was out of his mind. So good for every NBA team owner, because I've told you, I've got friends who are part of the ownership up in Sacramento. When they bought that club, it was a nothing. They built a new arena, they built a bunch of hotels around it, and they have assets now besides just the basketball team. The little Sacramento Kings are a $5 billion dollar organization all of a sudden because of these prices that are being paid.
By the way, Joey
Joey
tweets in the Sedano and Kap Circle of Trust. I'm sorry, but this is the best sports radio in America, period. I love y'all.
Love y'all.
Makes
love
work
all of y'all.
a little better. Shout out to ESPN Los Angeles and Sedano and Kap and the squad here. And then Tim in the OC replied to it with a donut being glazed.
Oh, really? What and has Dead Meow gone in to like spread negativity about that?
Not yet.
Okay,
No.
won't take long. By the way, there is a war brewing in the community.
I mean, is there a war?
There
though?
is a
It
war
seems
brewing.
So silly.
No, there's a civil war.
You are so much more in tune with that
Yeah,
stuff than I am.
I am.
Like I see it and I just kind of shrug my shoulders and keep it moving. You're like a little yenta. You love watching it and
I know.
reading it. Yeah.
Crypto Ray and Dead Meow are at odds now.
Yeah.
And it's turning
Well, they've been
into,
at odds for a while. That was the whole.
but it's
you know.
now it's getting real personal.
Yeah.
A lot of name calling.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, listen, I love it. You guys want to fight?
fight it out.
Yeah. Right.
Fight till
and
the
then
death
maybe
if you
hug
have
it
to.
out. I don't know. Whatever. Go ahead, Cap. I'm Lynn. Sorry.
Okay, so speaking of our listeners and 710, so I'm not sure if we can say the date, but we came to a conclusion today on when the 710 All-Star Game is going to be this summer.
Mhm.
Really excited about that. And one of the ideas that I had for the All-Star Game, when we're thinking of ways that we can get our partners and the listeners and all of us involved in it, one of the ideas I had is I think that we should do player arrivals. Like stage an area where we have not like a red carpet, but you know how like that's big now in the NBA and the NFL. They're always showing like the players and they're fit walking through the tunnel. So I want to ask if you guys have thoughts on that. Do you think that player arrivals is a good thing for the softball game?
I think it's tough. The softball game is going to be like 110 degrees. You know what I mean?
But-
So you're not going to have like a great fit for that one.
Well, yeah, that's the point. Is like it's the extra added layer of difficulty
Yeah.
to make your fit like a cool
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that one's more challenging.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like the idea.
Feedback taken. Cappy?
I like any new idea. I'll give you an example. I think we need live music in the outfield. I think we need a band.
We should have a mariachi band.
Or it could be a mariachi band. It could be a yacht rock band. I don't care what kind of band it is. I think we need live music in between innings.
How about Lisa
Like-
Lisa? She's a fan.
And the
and
Cult Jam.
Yeah.
And Full Force. We need Full Force. He has to show up.
Right.
Can't just be Lisa by herself. Got to have Cult Jam and Full Force. So I don't care, man. Like for me, if we have a DJ in between innings, if we have a band in between innings, if we have a concert afterwards, I don't know, man. But I'm all for brand new ideas because the softball game is one of my favorite events of the entire year.
I didn't have the chance to go to it last year because I went back to spend time with my family. And one of the things I did last year for Pepe, since he was the color analyst, was put together like, just like some little fun facts and tidbits about everybody. But I don't think that they were used as much. So I might have to poll some of you guys and maybe we can find a way to work that in because I feel like the listeners like hearing that kind of weird, odd stuff. Like, when you're a color analyst, George, you do the little fill stuff. And I feel like that would be a good missing element to add to the broadcast.
Yeah. I'll throw in
And the
something
game.
else for you. You know who else? I'm going to tell you right now. I want Sean McVay on my team. I mean, I want I want a celeb to come out and play on our team, and then on another team, let's say it's Team Mason, let Mace go out and get his own celeb.
If you were smart, you would have your buddy Dave Roberts on your team.
Dave Roberts is going to manage our team.
Oh.
Although he might be busy in the All-Star game.
Well, I think that's something to discuss. We should have a celeb on each team. That'd be
Okay?
awesome.
I like that idea. Maybe multiple.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What would fake Sean McVay say about that?
I don't know. I'm still working. I'm still workshopping my McVay.
What if we had Gruden? What would Gruden say?
I'll tell you what, man. I'll come out there and pitch you some balls like I used to do back in Dayton, man. I'll tell you that right now. That's what he would have said. But I'm still working on my McVay. I'm going to get it for the football
Can you give
season.
us a line? Yeah, Cappy, I'll play on your team.
Somebody play me a little bit of McVay. And
No, not really.
Yeah, that's
tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Hold on, I also
I like when he calls George, and then I can kind of get to there.
Yeah. Hold on, I actually have.
But I'm working on it. I'm working on McVay. I haven't spent enough time on it yet. I'm working on it, though. I want to be able to
I
do
appreciate you buttering me up, George.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George. I want to get it
towards
so
the
that,
end. You got it a little more towards the end.
I want to get it so that when McVay comes on, I can McVay him. like a lot of times I oy-vey people.
Yeah.
I want to McVay.
Right.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I like it. All right, that's Big Deal or No Deal. Cappy, tell us about your friends.
Which friends?
At Ocean Subaru.
Oh, that would be my absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
First
before
of
we
all,
get to, the Seller's Advantage Real Deal Dealer's Choice.
Hey, let me tell you about Omar. Omar is the general manager down at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. By the way, I believe Omar and Mrs. Omar will be in the house tonight at the Laker game because they love to come to the Laker games. They love all the LA teams. So Omar is a guy who spent 20-plus years in the Army. He got done in the Army. By the way, Omar, as always, I will always thank you for your service to our country. Omar gets out of the Army, and he's like, I'm not really sure what it is I'm going to do in my post-Army life. And then he gets into sales and auto sales, and he just loves the art of the sale. But it's not just the sale. It's the getting people into the right vehicle, and that's what we are experts at. We want to get you into the right Subaru at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. We are conveniently located, by the way, at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. And our website is oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. But when you come to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, you are going to experience and enjoy the Subaru products, the safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and every one all-wheel drive. I've driven the Solterra, the Crosstrek, the Forester. I love the Subaru vehicles, and I love they are lifestyle vehicles. Pack the kids, pack the pets, all the sports equipment, get the skis, the snowboards, and let's go up to Mammoth. So listen, come on out, visit us at oceansubaruoc.com, and don't miss the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It's happening now. Come on down and visit Omar at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey guys, you feel it? Days are getting longer, sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is right around the corner. Here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams. One thing really all ties it together, and that's enjoying it all with good friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text STREAK to 321-321. That's STREAK to 321-321.
Final segment of the show. Cappy, I was shooting three-pointers basically on Papa Shot. I was shooting from the door instead of trying to shoot it from right up close.
Mm-hmm.
I was nailing them, bro.
Really?
I was online for everything. I mean, I missed a couple, but we should do a competition where I do it from there and you do regular Papa Shot and see who wins. So make sure that you get ready for that, Shaq.
What are you, all of a sudden, you like Steph Curry now of Papa Shot?
I mean, it's not Papa Shot, though, because I'm actually shooting it from distance. So that way I can get, like, a real follow-through.
Hey, you see the follow-through?
Yeah, because Papa Shot, you're just like, you gotta flick the wrist, dog. You
Right, okay.
Gotta get
All right.
in there. You know
I'll
what I'm saying?
check out your game. I'll do a little
You
analysis.
gotta go up and shoot it. Up and shoot it. Right in front of your face, dog. Right there.
Yeah, Cap don't got no follow through. He don't know nothing about no follow through, anything like that.
Yeah, you can't be putting your elbow out here and stuff and like doing like this crazy Tyrese Halliburton stuff that he does, you know?
Hey,
Not
listen,
everybody can pull that off.
Sometimes you got an ugly shot, but it goes in. Sometimes you got
I mean,
an
it
ugly
worked
golf
for him.
swing.
It worked
You
for
got-
Lonzo, you know?
Yeah, you got an ugly golf swing, but the ball still goes down the fairway, pal. What can I tell you?
You got to go up and then.
All right. Well, are you ready? Are you ready for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal brought to you by Seller's Advantage?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. If you want to sell your house, before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. You're not cleaning the carpet. You're not painting the walls. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, or visit sellersadvantage.com. Hey, today is Thursday, and we're getting to the end of the week, and I'm kind of excited about the weekend because tomorrow night we'll all go to Mason's party, which sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, George, I took a liberty, and I invited somebody to Mason's party.
Yeah.
And yes, I invited Grant in L.A. on Twitter, but I also invited my man Deacon Fry, the singer from the Eagles, and Deacon's coming to the party tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You don't seem impressed.
Is he really, though?
I'm telling you, like,
I mean,
for
you're
real.
also kind of a liar, so that's why I need to make sure that this is real.
Well, this is the real
now,
deal.
you said you invited him earlier.
Yeah, right. This is
but
the real
is he
deal.
actually coming to the party?
Not only did I invite him, I sent him the invitation, and he said to me, hey, I don't want to impose. And I said, brother, no imposition whatsoever. We want you there.
No, yeah.
Michael wants to talk to you. John Ireland wants to talk to you. Steve Mason is desperately trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Everybody is so excited to have Deacon Fry there, and I fully expect him to come. In fact, he may even pre-party with me at the hotel.
Oh, wow. Look
How
at
about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
But that is not my dealer's choice.
Oh, okay.
George, it's been a great week.
It has?
And it sure has.
Okay.
And on Monday, we were at Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, and we were helping raise a lot of money for their Make March Matter campaign. Now, George, do you recall a doctor who we spoke to by the name of Dr. Santoro? Does that name sound familiar to you? Dr. Santoro. We spoke to many doctors that day.
Yes, I do remember him. Yeah, the big Celtics fan, yes.
Dr. Santoro was the doctor who was talking to us about Down syndrome regression disorder.
Yes.
Well, it turns out, as I told you, when we found out about liver transplants, how a grown adult can have part of their liver taken from them,
right?
And that liver can actually become a liver transplant organ for a young kid who desperately needs a liver, right?
Yes.
And I said to you that there are going to be people driving around that are going to hear about that, and they're going to say, I'm willing to do that. Or we're going to touch people with what we did on Monday.
Oh, there's no question about that, 100%.
So I got a message from a guy.
Yeah.
Everybody will remember this name if you're a longtime sports radio fan, if you're a Mason and Ireland fan. Who remembers the name David Singer?
Yeah,
I used
I
to
know
work with
David.
him.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
well. He works at the
NFL
NFL Network, yeah.
David Singer is a great guy, And David Singer, this is all out on social media. He talks about this a lot. He has a son by the name of Maxim. And Maxim is a kid who has Down syndrome regression disorder, George.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that David heard about our interview with Dr. Santoro. And wouldn't you know that Dr. Santoro helped diagnose David's son, Maxim.
Right.
And Maxim, his son, has been doing these what are called IVIG treatments to reduce his inflammation. Remember, Doctor told us about that?
Yeah.
And his son is getting better literally by the day, and he's been doing this treatment for the last 16 months. So David reached out to me to just say, hey, man, I really, really appreciate you guys having Dr. Santoro on, talking about this, bringing it to light, letting people know about this amazing treatment that's happening at Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. So shout out to David Singer, shout out to his son Maxim, shout out to Dr. Santoro, and shout out to treatments for Down syndrome regression disorder. How do you like that, Jack?
I love it, Cap. He brings it all together from earlier in the week.
That's right.
Yeah. You got anything else? Because we got like 40 seconds.
One last thing.
Yeah.
I'm holding right now for everybody watching on YouTube. I'm holding a brand new book that I just received in the mail called It Happened. It's written by my friend Jim Lampley, and the reason that I've got this book is because Jim said to me, you better read this book, because I think it's May 7th. I'm hosting a Jim Lampley book signing event.
Is he going to have me over for pizza next year?
He might.
Okay.
He might. And Jim was like, I want you to interview me for my book signing.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the book, and I'm going to interview Jim Lampley in May, but I want to just suggest to everybody, the book is called It Happened, A Uniquely Lucky Life in Sports Television, and it is about one of my best friends in the business, Jim Lampley. So check it out, take a look, and for those of you that are big boxing fans and Lampley fans, I think you're going to enjoy it.
Excellent stuff, Cappy. All right, we're done here. Great job. There's a lot of people today. So Trudell stopped by, Beto stopped by, Mario stopped by, Dr.
Greg.
Clapper stopped by, Greg stopped by. Shout out to the guys in the back, DeAndre, Lindsay,
Funchy.
excellent work as always. Funchy too, of course,
Funchy,
stopped
love
by. Cappy,
Get out.
Yeah, great job. Lakers and Bucks are coming up next. Beto and Michael have the pregame. John and Michael have the call. We will talk to you mañana. See ya.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports strips aren't just about the game.